The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we can talk about.
Yes, speaking his mind.
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
While being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat McAfee Show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, beautiful people. It is Monday, July 18th, 2022. And this show, off a hiatus, starts now.
Yeah!
Yes! We can't thank you enough for joining us. The boys have forgotten about the Let's Ride thing. That's okay. Obviously, the last time you seen us, we were heading into a weekend in Tahoe, California for the American Century Championship. That was awesome. That was an amazing time. Had no idea I was going to be walking 28 miles. Okay, I should have wore better shoes for that, although the Jays, the golf shoes, looked impeccable and incredible. Not necessarily the ones you'd pick to walk the first 4 straight 18 rounds you've ever walked in your entire life. Feet were in a big time pain, big time problem, but the course was gorgeous. The event was immaculate, and Aaron Rodgers' hospitality to me and the boys over there was unbelievable. We stayed in a house that I guess the Harrah's Casino over there had built so that they could attract some acts to come perform at the casino. So, hey, come stay at this house. Spa in this house. A full salt bath in this house. Like 17,000 square feet, a bunch of different views and rooms right on the lake. Had jet skis, which is impossible in the chop of the Tahoe. I mean, couldn't even look around as I was on these, because if you looked around, face off jet ski. But nonetheless, that was out of anybody's control. It was a fantastic weekend out there. Can't thank everybody enough for saying what's up to us that came and visit us on that course, for the people for inviting us, and for AJ Hawk fucking sandbagging us.
Son of a bitch. Scumbag.
Should have known, by the way, he ran a 4.4, jumped a 40-inch vertical.
Yeah.
Was number 5 overall pick He's an incredibly athletic white.
Yeah.
Let's assume that he'd be able to figure out golf, which most unathletic whites have the ability to figure out. That was on me for underestimating him. I did lose $50,000, $25,000 to him, $25,000 to charity. I'm excited to hear who he picks for that said charity. He was unbelievable at golf.
So good.
He takes his mangled fingers around that club, and he has the touch of, honestly, just a Com Smith. He has the touch. Nah, Com's touch is unbelievable. That putt on 18 for Eagle off the green with the fucking open, the 150th at the old course on the line. He rolls that thing up there. His hands had to be shaking like this. The thoughts that had to be going through his mind. The Aussie seems to never really get too high on the high, too low on the lows. Rolls that thing up to 3 fucking feet. Let me tell you about putting on those greens.
Oh my God.
Those PGA style greens are impossible.
Yeah.
The greens at Tahoe bullied me. I'd like to let everybody know. Absolutely bullied me. First day, I do a pro-am with a great group from Corbel, the champagne and booze company. Also got a chance to play a round of golf with a guy who's been selling Jack Daniels in Tennessee for 27 years.
Wow.
Dog.
So this guy's basically in Tennessee, one of the faces of Jack Daniels. So legend of a man.
Yeah.
They were very good at golf. These guys were very good at golf. Great time, by the way. Asked me if I wanted a drink, you know. I said, well, were you getting vodkas? I'm getting Jack. Oh, shit. Yeah. I'll take one of those. I will take one of those. That was like hole 6, 7. I apologize. But I walked through that whole thing, and that was when, and it was a shamble, so you had to play out your ball. That was when I realized, like, oh, these greens, they don't make these greens in Indiana.
Sure.
No.
They do not have this type of pace, this type of break, this type of everything in Indiana. I don't know how I could have prepared for that, but I'll tell you, after the Pro-Am, day one, Friday I walked into that course, a shook man. I could hit the ball off the tee well, okay? Because it was like a little net thing over here. Par threes, I felt real good because par threes were literally just hitting into the net. I think my score over the weekend in par threes, I might have been 1 under.
Yeah, nails.
Might have been 1 under on the par threes through the entire weekend, mostly because it's just the net out here. But as soon as that ball would get on the green, and as we were walking to the green, I'm having a good time. Like, wow, this is a much longer walk than I could have ever fucking imagined. But once you get to the green and you see the ball and you see where it has to go to get to the hole, and you're sitting up here at altitude and it's down here at altitude, but much lower altitude, and you got a wind directly in your face. Is that wind going to help this ball slow down or not? And then you touch it, and literally the people you're golfing around are like, just touch.
Tap.
Just a touch. I'm like, what does that mean? Just a touch? It's fucking 45 feet. Like, don't you hit this thing at all. It's in that fucking sand trap. I'm like, all right. So there was a couple different times where I just meat-headed it right off the fucking green. Okay? So on Friday when I got in there, I'm like, I'm going to leave everything short. That's what I'm going to do. Okay? I might be a big dumb idiot, but I can at least adjust a little bit because I was a field goal kicker at one point. I was a punter, and I'm not the type of guy that says, hey, if I have a shank or if I have a slice, I'm going to aim left. Like, if I have a slice, I'm going to aim left.
Right.
If I'm pulling something, I'm going to do this. Putting, I was putting everything past. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to fucking aim shorter. So then I defied physics. It was like hole 11 or hole 12 or something like that, straight downhill. I'm obviously, I don't know, 20 yards off from where I should have been because we didn't even know the yardages of the clubs until when? Thursday?
Yeah, problem made Friday.
Thursday, we were trying to figure out the yardages, which I learned was a big disadvantage to everybody else. They knew exactly what it was. So I'm about a club off on this one particular hole up there. Downhill thing, well, we're completely fucked here. A double bogey is right in sights, which is a -2, which is a score killer. And I just tap it. Just tap it. Remember, everybody around me is like, hey, it's a fast one. Hey, that's a, what do they keep calling it? Squeak? No. Squeaky? No. Whatever. They were saying something to describe it. I touch it, thing stops 3 feet in front of me.
Boys.
Stops 3 feet in front of me.
What the hell?
Like, I don't know how that happened. It must have been a dimple thing, they said. You need to remember, so now I'm standing over the same putt, stops right in front of me again. They're like, oh, that would never, I don't know how that happened, to be honest with you. Must have done it. Boom, blasted sand trap. Double bogey. I was putting for fucking eagle. I was putting for eagle. You hear me? I was putting for fucking eagle. So we got to get better at the putts, but that event was amazing. And I had a blast. It was nice meeting everybody. Got a chance to meet Miles Teller, biggest star in the world.
Yeah.
He and I did have a little bit of a thing, mostly because he threw me under the bus. In my eyes, I thought he threw me under the bus. After talking to him, good dude.
Yeah.
He thought we threw him under the bus. I don't even think he knew about the original story being made up by whoever. Because I think he is kind of...
isolated.
I don't think he's on. I don't think he is in the game every single. I don't think he's in the game. So that was a very good conversation, and I'm happy happened because I watched The Offer that he's in. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've seen Top Gun. It's amazing. Feels like he's on a trajectory like this. Good dude. Also, he has a gin drink called Long Drink. Delicious.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never drank gin in my entire life. Fucking delicious. He was awesome. Rob Riggle was awesome. Rob Riggle's lady is a professional golfer.
Stud.
She was on his bag.
Yeah, I saw.
She was helping out immensely in this whole thing. AJ Hawk, obviously a sandbagger, but a stud. Ryan Hawk, absolute stud. Aaron Rodgers, very nice person. Absolute stud at golf, by the way. I don't think he's picked up a club months. Just from the conversations that we have had. I'm not sure he's been golfing a lot over the last few months. He's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
Scored 50 points.
His Sunday round was really good, right?
Yeah.
He only got better. You know why he only got better? Because I think Thursday was literally the first time he'd played golf in a couple years, like since the match probably. I honestly believe that's the case. He is fucking great at golf. One of those dudes, though, after talking to him, just, an alien. He is one of one.
Sure.
Any sport he could have been.
But for sure.
Just everybody needs to know this. And this is, and obviously 50 executives, coaches, and players voted on who the best quarterbacks in the NFL were. Now it's through ESPN. Who were those 50 executives? They were anonymous. Nobody will ever know. He's obviously number one, though. And that's how everybody, you ask any coach, you ask any player from any sport, by the way, who's the guy? Oh, Aaron's the dog. This guy, Aaron's the guy, Aaron's the guy. And it's very much like that whenever you're out at an event with him, by the way. The people that you think are the big stars, which I agree are the big stars, they're coming up to Aaron to be like, man, what's up, man? How you doing it? Like that is, I think he could have been a fucking pro in whatever the fuck he wanted, by the way. And after chatting about him, he does not have the mindset that most people have, that most sports people, like, hey, I got to invest every single moment of my entire life. He's more so, I'd rather learn about me, learn about how I can be the best me so that whenever I play a sport, I'm playing my best sport. And also, I believe he is one of those gifted, intelligent humans.
Oh, yeah. Very smart.
He is next up there. Now, his caddy, Jordo, also way up there.
Also, dog.
Jordo, absolute dog. There will be a couple moments in here where we will attempt to call Jordo to get the answers because it seemed like he did have a bigger brain than everybody else out there. But it was an amazing weekend. Very thankful. Then we went on a break. Now we are back. I have missed doing this immensely. I obviously loved the vacation with my wife down to an island in the middle of nowhere. Actually, that's a little sketchy, by the way.
Yeah.
It's nice to be kind of isolated. It's nice. The place that we go to is so nice. It is so nice.
Look gorgeous.
They charge you for it, but there's a reason.
Worth it.
It's but there's a couple times, rain started coming in. And we had like 4 days straight, no rain at all. It was like beautiful, perfect day. I'm like, this is really nice. And then the rain comes in and it gets real dark out there. And you're like, all right, just like happened in Hawaii, I guess, yesterday or 2 days ago. Hawaii had this one big wave that's busted over buildings and into like people's weddings and stuff like that. I don't think it killed anybody or did anything like that. But you do think about that whenever you're pretty high on some vitamins looking out there. You're like, we're one wave away from this. What the whole place?
Yeah.
Because it's an island all by itself. You have to actually take a boat to get to it. So like that's the only way you can get there. I'm not necessarily a fucking sailor. I don't think I'm getting out of there. No. So you have to think about that a little bit, but it was amazing. And I am very, very pumped to be back. We have Ian Rappaport joining us in the second hour. I believe, and I'm not 100% sure if it's been confirmed or not, number 21 in the Drew League, the man that took on LeBron James and DeRozan this weekend. He might be joining us in the third hour. It has been interesting conversating with him. I think he's traveling from L.A. to somewhere else. He had a weekend that he's going to talk about for the rest of his life.
Oh, yeah.
We'd like to see how it was on potentially the other side, maybe some other guests as well. AJ Hawk will join us in the second hour. And it is now time, and I've talked too much, to chit-chat with the Toxic Table. At Boston Connor, you look amazing. You were a fantastic caddy out there. I appreciate your vibes. I appreciate your hard work. And I hope you had an incredible off week.
Oh, yeah. It was an unbelievable one back to Boston. But, yeah, Tahoe's still surreal. So much fun out there. And those par threes, like the 17 on Saturday that you hit, a couple darts. That was the best hole. You actually started on that hole on Thursday, too.
So the whole thought about getting a birdie on 17 on Saturday, I guess that'll be a conversation that happens amongst the American Century Championship people whenever they're viewing how my weekend went.
Oh, yeah.
Because that place is, I'm not getting into it. I'm not getting into it.
You should.
There's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people yelling at me to kick a ball into the thing, but I didn't bring my own footballs.
No.
So I don't know. You know what I mean?
There's field goal post out there on a boat. Like
What
the
am
whole
I supposed
thing.
to? Who? Oh, so I got to pack my own footballs next time. I think we got to pack our own
You're
footballs.
supposed to bring a dozen with you.
I don't know.
It's your caddy's job, to be honest.
Yeah, there's no way Connor knew. There's no way Connor knew either. As soon as we got there, I was super pumped. I'm like, hey, there has been a lot of moments in this particular thing. Not real. We couldn't really.
No.
It was tough.
Yeah, it was
tough to do.
And there's so many people there. And, you saw Aaron, though, on Friday, kind of a vet of Tahoe. Someone right in the front row threw him a ball, and then he hucked that thing
Right into the water.
Yeah, to someone else.
No, but I think the American Century Championship people gave him one ball.
Okay.
I think they give him one ball that he throws. But then, because I showed up late to that because 16 is a little bit of a haul to get to 17, and I was getting caught up with something. So I showed up a little bit late, and Aaron had a clean ball in his hand. And I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of I'm seeing how sausage is made.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, kind of figuring this whole thing out. And then he fucking hucks it, into a boat. I think he hit a guy on a boat. I don't know if he caught it. I think he
He
hit.
did not.
Yeah, he dropped it.
The guy almost sank like a stone.
Yeah. The guy did not catch it. He dropped it. So, and then Aaron kind of walked off, and they asked us for our walk-up music on Thursday or Friday, I think.
Yeah.
Not on Saturday, though.
No.
On Friday, they asked for walk-up music. Saturday, they did not. So Friday, Seven Nation Army would play.
Of course.
It was pretty fucking electric, though. But we were literally just standing there, and everybody's just staring at us, and there's nothing I can do. I shot a basketball 5 times, missed all 5 times. All right, not going to do that anymore. And then you're just standing there, and somebody will throw, a kid will throw, who's at a boat party, very lit atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
I can imagine.
Super pumped for this kid and his life and what he's going to go on to become. He's going to make it, that fucking kid. But he's got a Sharpie taped to the ball, duct tape to the ball, throw to you. So I get this ball and I sign it and I'm like, okay. So would this be when people just start fucking throwing it? And I got people behind me yelling, fucking kick it, kick it. And I'm like, well, this kid is just staring at me. So I just throw the ball back to him. His little crowd goes, yeah. And then everybody else is booing.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we have to figure out how to operate 17, I think. Other than what we're doing on the course, though, I felt very comfortable in that hole. Very comfortable on that hole. And that was the first putt I made maybe in the entire trip. That was very nice of that hole to kind of do that to me.
Yeah, the more people who are at these par threes, the better you perform. Like the boat hole on 12, which is where those guys on Thursday were like, hey, man,
Nice
just
looking
tap
boat.
Because if you do, it was a gorgeous boat. I mean, purple, black.
That thing would look good up there.
Up in that lake.
There was
you're at.
up there
Yeah,
in Moreau.
Moreau, there it is.
Yeah, I'm looking up there. I'm looking at that boat, though, and I'm like, it's a fucking good boat.
Let's do it.
I've seen a lot of boats floating in my backyard.
Yeah.
This boat's a good fucking boat.
Perfect.
Now, I've never hit a hole-in-one before, but is there a better time than now
No.
to hit a hole-in-one? Got Aaron Rodgers here. How you doing? AJ here. A lot of fans of the show here. Pretty rowdy. People
Very.
hitting. And I hit it to 3 feet, missed the putt, get a par.
Yeah, but it was close.
And on the stream or on the telecast, they said 2 birdies out of this group. Not normal. It's like what, 1 birdie.
Yeah, hold on.
I missed my putt. Yeah, I missed it. It was downhill. By the way, that one was downhill. It fucking me standing over that putt. No chance.
Impossible.
The conversations that are happening in here when you're standing over a putt that the ball rolls literally 45 yards if you tap it is not good. I mean, it is not good at all. But I felt like I knew what the boys were going through this weekend.
Yeah.
I saw a couple. That's why I was so impressed with Com Smith on
Yes.
18. The fact that he is not on the green, but I guess the whole thing is a green.
Exactly.
Felt like the old course, the whole thing is green. If you really wanted to,
Huge
you could
green.
go putter
Yep.
on that thick putter.
Right.
You could go putter on a hole numerous times at the old course if you had the touch or the talent to do so. I would not have. I would have scored 700 on the old course at the end. It was. I have no idea how they did it. I'm very thankful for you, Connor. You crushed it out there, bud. You really did.
it was really good
Connor
fun.
was a fan favorite. A lot of Boston, a lot of fuck you, Boston Connor.
Yeah, a lot of
because
those.
Owen. A lot of that.
Yeah,
Sure.
Lot of that. Connor was hiking around this place with that bag on the back, and it had to be so tiring. You had better shoes than me, but you certainly had a lot more weight, and your attitude throughout the entire thing was immensely needed. Like you were a home run, bub. I hope you know that, and I appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate that, and I mean, it was so fun. I mean, I appreciate you bringing me out there because not only Miles telling Aaron Rodgers, Rob Riggle, also who we found out was a 19-year lieutenant colonel.
Yeah,
I had no idea it was that serious. I knew he was I knew he was in the military. Great guy, and we need to get that golf book that his fiance wife had because I think she helped
was
you
awesome.
She helped you out on one hole on a par 3.
We went to complete. Connor and I thought it was going to complete opposite direction. Green's not easy to read.
No.
I just assumed, okay, the higher I get, the better we'll read.
Yeah.
That did not happen. The higher I got, it seemed like more blurry. The green started to get with the rough almost because it was so nicely manicured. But there was numerous times on these greens where Connor and I, 100% sure.
Yep.
Oh, hard left or right here.
Easy.
Look at that at the end. That thing's a joke. And then she would happen to be walking by with Rob and be like, "Excuse me, what do you think on this? Probably 4 inches right to left." Oh, really?
Inches?
Okay. And then she has this book because me and Connor actually tried her a couple times. Like, no way.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't. I'm putting for a birdie right now. This doesn't happen often. Like we see it left to right. She has this book come out. And she's like, by the way, very nice, talks shit, knows her shit. Like she was
unreal.
She brings this book out. She's like, look, you were right here. You're right here. Look at these. It was like the video game.
Yes.
She has a book with the video game almost. I fucking rimmed out, like
so close.
Rimmed out.
Burn edge.
Would have gone in the sand trap if what me and Connor thought was going to happen happened. I mean, it was. We need one of those for next year.
Yeah,
also need a rangefinder. We didn't have a rangefinder.
Yeah.
That turned out to be a problem. Jordo and Aaron have theirs on kilometers or meters instead of yards.
So it stays the same because the elevation, hey, you got to hit it 10% less than you usually do because the ball travels farther.
Boom. That's the type of smart.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's what
That
they're
50
doing.
times on Thursday.
That's what they're doing. Instead of what we were doing where we're eyeballing it, 170. So what's that, like actually 160, but it's uphill a little bit. So 163.
Okay.
All right, what's the 150 to 190 club?
Yeah, exactly. That was hard. It was ridiculous. We used 5 clubs. We had a putter, a driver, a 4 hybrid, a 7 and an 8 iron. That was all we really used. 56,
Whole time.
excuse me.
And I'll tell you what, the putter was used more than anything.
Oh, yeah.
And it was really the letdown. Everything else seemed to be performing pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. We just have to find greens out here that are glass, and then I think we'll be good to go next year.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the weather out here will ever get to the point where we could do that. But Tahoe was nice. I hope your break was great. You got back to Boston, saw the family.
Unbelievable. Just hung out with them and then, came back ready to roll.
You look good. I appreciate the hell out of you. And it is time to celebrate. And this is far too far into this show for this to happen. But that's because the show is obviously very routine, very scheduled, and everything that is chatted about is talked about beforehand in the certain fashion that is talked about.
Yeah, incredibly rehearsed.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, new dad touchdown.
Thank you very much. You mentioned it. I mean, I've been gone for 3 weeks, and granted, one of them was our vacation week, but fuck, I have missed you guys. It really does feel like I've been gone for 6 months. Like,
we missed you, pal.
it just, that is such a long time. When you come in here every day, I spend so much time with you guys. Like, it really is like a culture shock, and it was just, I almost couldn't watch the show, obviously, because I have a newborn, and like there was so much shit I had to do, but it also just, it felt so weird. So it's obviously hard leaving my wife and my kid, but I was rearing to go this morning, ready to come back in.
Great to have you back.
I couldn't wait to get back in here. And
Great
see
to have
guys.
you back. How is fatherhood?
It's good. It's good. I mean, I think I told you this on the phone the other day. I thought going into it that a lot of people gas up like how difficult it is and all that kind of stuff. It's not. I mean, it's very, very stressful. It's, but it's
sleeping.
Like I was up at 4:30 this morning. I mean, I'm usually like, hey, I'll set the alarm at 8:15, shower, get in here, last alarm available before I'm going to be late. But yeah, I mean, not a whole lot of sleep. It's all worth it. Baby's healthy, so I feel like that's really all you can ask for. Everything else is kind of just like, hey, this is what you signed up for. So you can't really bitch about it. You kind of just got to figure it out as you go. And I feel like we're doing a pretty good job so far.
I asked you off air. You are doing a great job.
Thank you.
So is Caitlin. You guys killing it. I asked you off air. They always say, like, you don't love anything. You don't love anything until you see your child. What was it like to see like you in something? Like was it a game? Was that an immediate game changer?
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think everyone, or I don't know, but I feel like every parent maybe has that worry where it's like you're in the hospital and like you kind of just don't really have any kind of reaction when the baby comes. But I was an absolute mess, just weeping, like crying uncontrollably almost right away. I cut the umbilical cord, which was, like that was great. Connor came in the day after she was born.
Yeah, I heard about it. Good guy. Thank you, Connor.
Good guy
For everybody here.
But also like I was sitting there holding her and just like crying, like I couldn't even talk to him. Like it's there's really no way to like actually describe it. It's for anyone who's like expecting to have a kid, it really is like because my wife was in late. We got into the hospital at 8 a.m. We didn't have her until 1 a.m. the next morning, and you're kind of just biding time. And it's like, okay, well, whatever. You're almost getting like a little annoyed, like when is this gonna happen? But then she got there, and it was like an immediate like, oh holy shit, like this is crazy. So it's really cool.
Congrats to you and Caitlin. I believe CFO Phil has
right.
A lot of children. Mm-hmm. I assume you can lean on him if you have any questions. Same with AJ Hawk. We're a family around here, but this is the first office baby, I think.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Here we go.
Full-time office baby. Mm-hmm. She's about to get spoiled. I understand that other people probably going to spend more time with Sloan.
Sure.
Probably show her a lot more emotion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to be the letter in the mail that shows up with a bunch of money all the time.
Hey, that's fine too. A lot of people have grandma and grandpas
I'm
that.
gonna come say hello. Obviously.
Right.
But other people,
Connor, apparently.
Exactly, exactly. Tone. Connor is going to be probably out there doing what he's got to do. By the way, Connor's a better guy than I am.
I got nothing but time.
Nick probably going to be over there a lot because obviously, Carly, Caitlin, Nick, the whole thing. That is going to take place a lot. Zito and Coco are some of the most giving people of all time. Mm-hmm. They'll show up and do whatever. They're going to be. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be around as much as everybody else, but just know Sloan will reap the benefits of old Uncle Pat being her uncle.
Oh, she already has. You guys, you and Sam said a beautiful flower arrangement and
of course we did.
An elephant that has her name embroidered on there. This elephant is
with the birthday, by the way.
It's like 8 feet tall. It's like an actual life-size baby elephant. So she's going to fucking love that
I kind of
thing.
wish that it said like from Uncle Pat, on there.
I'll let her know.
No, we should embroider that on there.
Brand it.
Yeah, just so she knows. No. Incredibly happy, proud of you, pumped for you, and it's great to have you back. Now let's get to the man who had, an incredible performance.
That's right.
In a celebrity softball game just a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he was representing Team Berg, brought to you by Acrisure. And Tone Diggs, I am so happy that you went to that celebrity softball game. Didn't back out, which privately you were thinking about doing a lot of different occasions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It looked like you had fun. Coach Diggs had fun. The family had a good time, and it looked like a great event. Congrats to you on the big win.
Thank you.
And how was the break, pal?
Yeah, it was a great time. It's awesome. It was awesome last year. It was awesome again. And tell you what, after talking to a lot of the boys, I'm pretty sure Seven's coming home. So make sure you put your bets in.
Roethlisberger's coming back?
No. Fucking.
Seven.
Okay. Yeah, Seven.
Yeah, the fucking trophy's coming home. No, it was awesome. Got to meet both of the potential starting quarterbacks. Cam Hayward.
Rudolph.
Always.
Yep.
No.
And Mitch or Pickett.
Mason wasn't there.
What?
Wait.
No, that's not Mason's fault.
Thought
He
he was
wasn't
captain.
invited. It's from Washawalk.
Kenny and Mitch, who couldn't have been fucking nicer people. Everyone there's nice. It was awesome. It was. I'll do that as long as they have. As long as they'll invite me, I'll do it.
I'm happy because there is always a little anxiety when you have to travel and go do something. It's a to-do.
Once you're there, though.
Yeah, once you do it and you're done with it, it's like, I enjoyed that. Same thing with American Century Championship, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm sure people could sense it from the shows leading up to it. I had a lot of anxiety going into that thing, mostly because I hadn't golfed enough, but also that's a lot of people to be around on a very regular basis.
Yeah.
And I am not a super, out and about the public thing. I much rather be a homebody at this stage of my life than ever. But getting to see people, meet people, do the whole thing, I'm in there a couple times. I was like, I got to do this type of shit more. I got to do this type of stuff more. I enjoyed it. And I think this similar thing happened to you, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
We got to remember this next year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We got to remember this next
That's
year
right.
whenever this comes up. There's going to be a lot of, I ain't fucking doing it. And then it's like, should. Remember, we wanted to do this last year. We appreciated doing this. We should remember to do that. But there's always going to be those moments, I think, where You and me both, Tom. We ain't fucking doing that. It's 28 miles I'm walking. You remember how I felt last year? I ain't fucking doing that. Do you remember how the autograph hounds that were on every single fucking hole?
Oh, man.
With no regards for anything other than getting all of their shit signed at their autographed hounds signing Super Bowl? That is the American Century.
Kids.
I was the only person, by the way, and I think it's because I have to deal with said type of people much more than everybody else. I mean, there was a couple moments where I was like, oh, what a hero.
Yeah, okay.
You're a hero. Like, actually, to old buddy. But then our fans were in there as well. So it was like I wanted to sign for them. But I fucking hate those people.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't know how to tell our fans. And I think if they're actual fans of ours, they understand that I feel that way. So I think the interaction actually got a couple pops out of some people. But I think that is something American Century Championship should
Look into.
look into, figure out. You got that's a real... maybe autographs after.
There you
not
go.
During. Not during. Maybe autographs after. Pictures during.
Yeah.
Not autographs after whenever you're in there. And it's not just... But this is me pointing out one thing that I would potentially think of next year when I'm being super negative about Lake Tahoe because the anxiety of going to Tahoe. And we need to remember that is not enough to not go experience Tahoe. Just like what you... Not in traveling, doing the whole thing, it is not enough to fucking not go because you're awesome out there, pal. You look super cool though. You had your joggers on. You had that good beer. I mean, you look so cool out there, Tone.
Thank you. And there was a lot of, luckily for me, I know if someone's asking me for my autograph that they're an actual fan of the show. I don't have to worry about them selling it.
Hey, that's how it was for me for a long time. And I felt so honored and privileged that people were asking for my autograph. I'm like, this is the coolest thing of all time. I had notebooks back in the day of me practicing my autograph, hoping one day that somebody would ask me for it. And I still enjoy signing. But the motherfuckers that are trying to rip off our fans for $750 fucking bucks, like
Can't have it.
that guy ain't that's not a good person.
Scum of the earth.
That is a bad person right there. That person's trying to not only take advantage of my kindness and make me feel bad and my work and our work and sleepless nights and everything that we try to do, and not hard work, but still fucking a lot of work. That person's trying to take advantage of that, and our fans.
Yes.
That are the coolest people of all time. They're trying to take advantage of them by charging them a certain amount of money that's just fucking absurd that nobody should ever sign for any piece of marker on anything, let alone mine. I should be paying you to fucking do that. So that's how I feel that way. When you get to that point, I think you're going to continue to be a good guy and sign for everybody, but you can also take my angle too and just finally say, nope, fuck you. And that is, it's a pretty freeing feeling, to be honest.
I'll tell you what, one of my favorite people who I got to see and talk to, fellow Paisan, Gene Sterator was there umping.
He sent me a selfie with Gene Sterator, and he said he's got fucking flags and an index card.
He did, yeah. Flag there, he had an index card.
Ready. All the props.
Dude, I love Gene.
Yeah.
He was electrifying the
It's
entire
awesome. And his company, Sterator Sanitation, or whatever it is, he's got a big advertisement on the outfield wall. He's a king down there. It's awesome.
Well, as he should be.
Yeah.
He's Gene Sterator. I think I told you, hey, we would like Gene Sterator on once a week
I told him.
for the upcoming season.
Yes.
And Diggs told him, and Gene said, I'll get it figured out. I hope so. I love that guy.
be awesome.
The NFL misses him.
Yeah.
The NFL misses him.
He hit Bud Dupree in the back with a flag. I mean, Bud deserved it. He should have got tossed out, but
Whoa.
Hey, getting kicked out of celebrity softball game is awesome. It's a good move. There's another move to avoid the autograph hounds.
Sure.
You know what I mean? That's a great move to get out of there. You just got to kick some dirt, get kicked out. Oh, look at Pat. What a
Great gimmick.
boom. We are
See ya.
out of there. There's an officiating problem everywhere. You know that?
That's right.
Track and field's got a fucking problem.
boy.
Our guy got fucked last
Yeah.
night. So, NFL player,
That's right.
University of Oregon,
Duck.
at the University of Oregon, World Championships.
Yep.
1,000th of a second too good of a reaction. What the fuck did that mean? How did our guy get screwed like that last night? I was forced to watch track because there's nothing else on. Actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Actually enjoyed watching everything about it. Watched the Open. Calm.
So
Calm is a fucking champion. Dog. I fucking love Calm, especially
Slapstick.
because everybody, he was heel.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
was full heel in there. Everybody wanted Rory. Rory loves PGA. Rory loves golf. Rory's our guy. Rory's going to win it. Rory was getting shots through the weekend. I was like, oh, this guy's going to fucking win.
Yeah.
This dude's chipping it to a half foot away whenever he's in rough or whatever. It feels like the golf gods are like, hey, Rory, here you go. Rory's been taking a stand for the good of golf and everything like that. Here we are, back overseas. Rory's going to do it. And then Calm says, no.
Not today.
I don't know if you know about me and my putter pal. I'm going to fucking do my thing. That guy is a fucking legend.
Yeah.
Lowest total in 150-year history of the Open. Okay, it all has led to this, or whatever the saying was. Lowest score in the history of the tournament. Chugged beers out of the claret jug. We learned 2 at a time.
That's right.
2 is that he answered that this morning while looking incredibly hungover at an airport. 2 beers fit into the claret jug. Now we know. Now everybody knows. He shot 64 twice in this tournament.
Wild.
Round 2 and the final round. Lowest back 9 in major history. So when it mattered the most, the back 9 on Sunday in contention, Calm played his best championship golf, and it was all because that goddamn putter was an absolute magic stick. He'd putt once, he wouldn't putt twice. He had 9 less putts than Rory McIlroy. Now, originally reported as 19. Both Diggs and I heard this from the commentator, said, like, 19 less putts than Rory over the weekend. That's an astounding number. And we're literally almost went, Diggs and I both, we had this conversation this morning. We both went to tweet, holy fuck, that is so many. Go to a segment, they come back and he goes, he didn't correct himself. He just restated 9 less.
Yep.
I was like, all right, that makes a lot more sense, but that's a real thing. Calm was unbelievable in the big, he's a cold motherfucker, this guy.
Yeah.
Cold, dude. Standing over some of the most tedious, touchy operations in golf with the Open at the Old Course, which, listen, I'm not from the golf community, so I apologize for not knowing. That's where I started golf at?
That's where the game's birthed.
Oh, actually, okay.
Yeah, that was where the game started. That's why Tiger had that whole moment.
Yeah, that was awesome,
and he said, he'll never get to do this again. He's been doing it since he was 19 in 1995. Probably his last time walking up, and that moment is something that he'll remember forever. And they talked about the Old Course being, it won't be back until, like, I guess a lot of years from now. I'm not sure.
rotates.
But he, winning that at the course that they created, golf, the 150th of it, and just having what appeared to be no feelings at all on enemy hostile territory in Rory McIlroyville. That dude's a fucking dog.
Yeah.
I love Cam Smith.
The cool part about it was, too, because he had the meltdown on 12 or whatever at the Masters.
Yep.
So, like, that was kind of his MO for this year, even though he's won and he's a great putter. But you talked about the putt on 18 for Eagle, but also the putt on 17 up around the fucking bunker to save. And then the par putt was not a short par putt to save par there. Like
that was a layup, right? That was like an 8-9 footer that he buried.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that putt fucking center cup.
At least.
Yeah, and it might have been 10 to 15 that he put it up around the thing. Yeah, just no problem. And then Calm Young gets an eagle right in front of him.
Awesome too.
Okay, Calm Young, absolute player.
Yeah.
I had no
Bombed
idea.
it.
He had MLB on his fucking
Also beast.
Major League Baseball.
Yeah, it was
was
wild.
sponsoring this guy in the Open. Home run derbies tonight.
That's
Calm
right.
Young wanted to let everybody know. But that was incredible to watch. It was honestly awesome. I wanted to see, now there's rumors, obviously, about a lot of people in the PGA Tour going over to live and more. I wanted to see Dustin Johnson go in there and shake it up a little bit, just to,
Still here.
because he was kind of going.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dustin Johnson was
was.
kind of playing for a little bit. And I saw him walking down, I think he was with Scotty Scheffler, and I just thought to myself, like, did Scotty ask ever, like, what's it like to have 200
Is it fun?
what's it like to have $200 million? Now, Scotty Scheffler, obviously, uber religious person and has a different mindset about life, I think, than most people and even competitive people. He's his own guy. But watching Dustin Johnson have success at a major while also being able to collect a $125 million signing bonus, I wonder if there isn't more players that are like, okay, so I just got to get to the point where I'm exempt to these majors. And then when I'm exempt to these majors, I need to go and get all of the money in the world. And I understand that the money's coming from a place that a lot of people say, like, can't take money from those types of people. But the PGA has like 20 sponsors that have Saudi money a part of their company. So the PGA is actually receiving the benefit of some Saudi money. But now the whole, let's stop it all, we say.
That's right.
Stop
Didn't
it
we
all.
say it all?
Yeah, stop
Bill
it all.
Burr taught me also. Coco Chanel probably shouldn't.
Yeah, terrible person.
Probably should. I mean, that's what Bill Burr. I mean, I don't.
It's on our Wikipedia.
I didn't see the whole thing. I didn't hear the whole thing.
No.
But I feel like there's a lot of hypocrisy about taking money from people when it's certain people as opposed to businesses. And I didn't like the fact from the beginning of this that the only people that are getting attacked and ridiculed and scolded for this are athletes. And golfers are athletes, obviously. That's who I'm talking about. I don't like that the athletes are the only people that are getting ridiculed for this when businesses do it and they fund. Acrisure, whenever you fund Let's go dinosaur.
Yeah.
Let's go down.
Let's go dinosaur.
I assume we'll talk about that. There's only one entity to blame for that.
Sad day.
But anyways, the amount of businesses that have also benefited from the same money pool and are celebrated as like great business moves and congratulations, I just don't understand why the athletes are the only ones that are getting fucking buried for this. Now, I guess I'm too big of a doofus to understand, but I would, like, David Faraday just announced he's going.
Yeah.
That's right.
David Faraday's going over. That's a big time
Couple
golf.
other people.
Charles Barkley's meeting with Liv. Henrik Stenson, who's the captain of the Ryder Cup team, is going to Liv.
Yeah.
There's been Com Smith rumors, even though Com said my team will deal with that. I'm just going to play golf. He's in the FedEx Cup standings, which is the PGA thing, which is like $20 million, I guess.
winner goes too.
Especially after you win the Open, you probably get even more points. So that's an interesting dynamic on whether he goes or not. There is a lot of momentum heading to Liv. And I think the reason is $100 and some million just getting handed over to guys that have been traveling the world making no guaranteed cash other than the cash that they have made. And I would like to let the PGA reporters know and the golf reporters know that, like, I respect what you're doing. I respect you going to bat in the defecting and the way you talk about it, because you are taking a stand for something that you feel is understandable. And by the way, we respect that.
Oh, yeah.
I
Big time.
respect the shit out of that. But where were you when the PGA wasn't paying anybody anything? Like, how come that? Is that not something that's worthy of a conversation? How about Com Smith flying home on Ryanair over there,
Yeah.
Southwest, and then the Liv guys from Portland to Scotland have a private plane that is all first class for everybody. How come you're not reporting about how PGA has treated the golfers over the last 40 years or whatever when they had no competition? How come you guys weren't talking loud about that? How come we're just learning about this now, that there was really no guaranteed money, no guaranteed benefits, really no nothing for any of the athletes that are in there? But if they go play anywhere else, they're to be sued and never to be around again. It's just like, I feel like there are some things that maybe were missed in the coverage, but I do like now that we are covering for the right, for standing up for the world. So golf is in an interesting place right now. And I'm going to tell you, I fucking love watching it. Every single weekend I will watch it.
That's
if it's
right.
on.
Yeah.
And here's my thing. I don't care if they're playing for the PGA or the Liv. I don't give a shit either way. I just want everyone to be on one tour so that all the best guys are playing against each other. That's all I care
Well, that's what the
about.
majors are going to be,
Correct.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
but I
aren't
want
the majors like, this is, I guess it's like every kind of sport growing up. I don't know enough about the AAU worlds. I didn't play any AAU sports, so I don't really know that. But like, you win your thing, and then like the big tournaments have,
Exactly.
like everybody in it.
Tournament champions in a
Yeah.
that's how
Champions
that
League.
works.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they,
Oh, it's
it's
kind of like
it's
the
Champions League. So like, I think majors, right,
Yeah.
will still be
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
all of the big, but
Right.
it's just that every weekend, which we watch. By the way, I think we're one of the only people that. No, there's a lot of people that watch. Obviously,
yeah.
there's
We
nothing
bet
else
on
to
it,
fucking
so.
watch. Yeah, bingo. That's the only reason why we do it. But I think like the weekly events obviously going to hit from this whenever there's a couple good guys here, a couple good guys here, who's playing, who's not playing. But I think the majors will continue to be fucking in the. Somebody from Liv's going to have to fucking go though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, somebody's going to have to show up at these majors. It's going to start coming. You know what I mean? If they
top
want to,
three.
because it'll just continue to be that B League, the B League, the B League. But I don't think Liv gives a fuck. By the way,
No. And I think ultimately it is going to come down to the Masters next year, because I feel like a lot of guys are waiting to see, because Augusta obviously is so, like old golf history, traditional. Like, if they come out and make a stand and say, you know what, fuck you guys, we don't care if you've won a green jacket, you can't come play here, that might actually
could you
slow the brakes.
imagine the PR that'll come from the other side?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
bingo. So it's a very slippery
betting
slope.
hard money that the Masters are going to let anybody play that has been exempt to play in the
Saying
Masters.
they've got a
They
pass.
have to.
What's that?
They have a pass.
Everybody does.
Well, Augustus
That's
too. Augustus is quite infamous.
Of course.
Yeah, it's not good.
We're gonna call.
I'm just saying, like,
You know
that.
what they
It
do.
is. It does feel as if there's a lot of, standing on like sand almost.
Oh yeah.
But swinging hard. The foundation isn't real strong. But
Yeah.
you're swinging hard, but like, there's some information that can just get dropped out of nowhere that just takes you completely out. And it's like, well, I still feel this way though. Like, I appreciate the fact that the golfers' lives are going to get made better. Definitely. Com Smith flying on that commercial flight, hilarious.
Ridiculous.
Should have expected it, I guess, but that's also like, that's a direct thing where it's like, look how this company is treating their people, and look how this company has treated their people because they've had no competition for 34, 40 years. Okay, these people, no competition. This is what they've been able to get away with. Here's new competition. This is what they're willing to do. So that'll automatically raise what this now, Com trying to fit the claret jug into a
overhead
band that it did not fit. It didn't get him a ticket. But it didn't get claret jug a ticket on the plane.
Doesn't make
Not
any
big
sense.
enough to fit underneath the seat.
No.
Can't use it as a carry-on.
This actually happened. This is something that actually happened. We're not just making this up. This is a real thing.
Yeah.
Big 150 years.
Yeah.
The biggest of all time.
Yeah, originated
He's
golf.
shoving this claret jug into the overhead.
You shitting me?
In there, you fucker.
Some flight attendant probably walks by. Please sit down.
Yes, sir.
Slam. They always have like some magical touch. They really do. Just figure out a way to like balance it in there and they'll shut it. That's all you had to do. Thank you so much. What's in there? Jesus. That's way too large to be over. We actually have to check this to your final destination.
Yeah, sorry.
Whatever the case, though, like I think it'll. Yeah, here it is. Listen, that thing didn't fit in there.
No, not a chance.
I mean, we all see it. Just like the physics of that putt that I had on whatever fucking 12 hole.
12.
That stopped while I was going downhill, which never happened at that course since or has ever happened. That thing ain't fitting in there.
No.
But it will lift, you know? Like everything will hopefully lift. You would hope that players there start being more guaranteed money, which, hey, listen, the businesses have enough. Players getting money. Like, think about Com. I think his dad was what? He worked as a construction. I forget.
Yeah, very blue collar job.
Construction. Like, think about what Com from Australia, blue collar guy, worked his dick off.
Yeah.
Got a mullet.
Grew a mullet.
Unbelievable.
Mustache also fantastic.
Yeah,
Top
fantastic.
10.
Just buying completely into like a.
I'm the guy.
Yeah, everybody fuck off.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that so much. But think about that. Those people making more money is good for everybody. And I just think we should remember that. And no matter how you feel about where money's coming from, we're telling you not to look into where other companies have got their money. Then there's going to be a lot of companies on lists that you're just going to be like, well, I can't use them anymore. Can't watch that anymore. I can't go there. Oh, I can't even move. I can't do that. Oh my God, I can't do that. I can't do that. But these athletes, fuck them.
Yeah, sons of bitches.
These guys.
Yeah, don't watch the PGA Tour.
Whoa, what are you saying?
Because PGA Tour, they're into some fishy things too.
Oh, whoa.
Exactly.
Exactly. You said.
So I'm talking. I mean,
Everybody.
yeah, you want to like ridicule these guys because they have better lives. They get paid more. They don't have to golf as much, and they still get to play in the majors. Like, and obviously the period.
Hey, but the golf reporters on Twitter though,
they're ridiculous.
everything you just said right there, it is. Imagine if you said that to them, they go, "That's not for the good of the game."
Yeah, so
Which makes sense because all of them are pretty much employed by the PGA, so it is their job to back the PGA and be like, "Hey, fuck Liv. This is bullshit. These guys can't do this."
Oh man.
what are they going to do when David Faraday's just drinking martinis at some of these events?
If they have David Faraday and Chuck.
It's good. It's good.
They win.
Yeah.
This is just like the NBA Finals or the NBA playoffs when it was TNT and ESPN.
They do have to figure out the coverage.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Not that
for
YouTube
sure.
isn't a place that you can cover. I think YouTube can be a home to sports. I think it should be a home to sports. It's accessible to everybody through basically every new smart TV. Old school cable, I understand it's going to be tough to figure out, but every phone has YouTube and every fucking smart TV has YouTube. So I think it is possible. But just a little bit of the Mickey Mouse stuff.
Yeah, a little Mickey Mouse
No
still.
more Mickey Mouse.
But it's early.
Got to play on Sunday.
That's right.
Have
to
to.
play on Sunday.
Have to play on
have
Sunday.
to finish on
And I understand Live 54. Move that thing up to Friday then.
Why not?
Right.
Exactly.
Have that be Friday, Saturday,
Soon
Sunday.
you're going to get better ratings on a Sunday than a Thursday.
Yeah, but you know what though? I mean, anytime the Olympics or the World Cup or WWE is over in Saudi, it's like the daytime stuff. We will watch.
Yeah, UFC on Saturday. It's during the
Watched
day.
it.
Yeah.
Did you watch that? Oh, buddy's shoulder popped out. Ortega. That wasn't. I didn't enjoy that at all. That was going to be a
gross.
good fight. That was going to be a good fight. I like the way Ortega operates, by the way.
Yeah.
He seems like a Com Smith type.
Yeah.
just
I mean,
dog.
super
UFC.
chill guy. He dapped up the guy who's about to fight. All right, let's fucking do this. I
Throw
guess.
bombs.
Just knock your fucking teeth out.
Yeah.
And they just eat. He was just eating punches too.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just eating. Handsome guy, very chill, eating punches. Like this guy's fucking superstar. That's why they put him on ABC.
I didn't see it. I saw Dana gave some guy a bunch of money for his birthday.
Yeah, people are.
Yeah, he did.
How dare he gift a friend? business partner or something.
Son of a bitch.
Golly. The whole world, everybody's going to fix everything.
Yeah, it's a crazy place.
In the back, Nick, great job at Tahoe.
Thanks, boys. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. Honestly, that was a lot of walking. You had to do your best with the service being kind of touchy there for a bit. I think we got some great clips. I feel like we covered it well. And we weren't, I guess our groups weren't on TV much, which, by the way, all good. There's a lot of big names at that fucking thing. I got a lot of tweets from people appreciating the coverage on Twitter. So I appreciate the hell out of you, Nick.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you for the opportunity. That was once in a lifetime experience. It was incredible.
No. Remember, it's not once in a lifetime.
Could be again.
Because we're doing it.
True.
We're doing it again.
Annual thing.
If we get invited, we're doing it again. But we got to remember we're doing it again.
Well, you never know.
What is there a 100% chance as soon as that invite comes that what's my first reaction? I ain't fucking doing it.
I can't commit to anything right now.
There's no way. 4 days, Tahoe. Think about the travel. I mean, that's way out there.
It's beautiful though, isn't it?
God,
Ridiculous.
it is so gorgeous. It is a different country.
Yeah.
It's a different country. Because the run that we went on was Arizona, Vegas, Indy, Tahoe, Indy, then I went to the island. I saw 6 different planets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Tahoe was a completely different country. That's Europe. It felt like we were in Europe
Yeah, one of one.
over there. The mountains are so vast. In the house we're in. I mean, the house we were in
Ridiculous.
was really created for the view, so people enjoyed what they were doing. It was outrageous. And when I was on that jet ski, got some water in my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious.
Salty.
No, not
No.
so-
Oh, yeah, I
that's
guess
a
that's fresh over there. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
So
delicious.
good.
Glacier.
It was like Fiji water.
Yeah.
It was like Fiji water.
Ice cold.
Did you boss written?
No, I didn't.
Wim Hof?
Wim
Wim
Hof.
Hof,
Not
dude.
Boston. Bang it up. That's Boston. Legend in his own right.
Yeah.
Just like Wim Hof is. Every morning, though, we went in the lake. It's
Yeah.
like 68 degrees.
It's awesome.
70 degrees. That was how I woke up, literally. I had to do a cold tub, too, a couple different mornings. All right, I'm going to get into about right here and just stand here, let these knees and feet kind of feel the air. But it was nice waking up with nature. Honestly, felt like,
Oh, yeah.
it was
awesome,
beautiful. But there's a bunch of different planets out there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think Lake Tahoe is probably the Mecca of California. I don't know why it's not
Never talked about.
Never, ever. And it's a year-round thing. Like, if you ski, you can go there in the winter. And then obviously
A lot of
during the
hippies
summer.
live there.
Yeah, a lot of hikers.
A lot of hike. Saw a lot of walking sticks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's right.
As you're going through town, you'll see a lot of like brown shoes that have the full thing, and then the hiking thing, the backpacks.
Hoka hiking shoes.
Yeah, Patagonia
I don't know
stuff.
if they got the Hokas.
No.
I don't think they respect the Hokas. We're talking like minimalist type. I think like that type of stuff.
That one volunteer, Mitch, he was a dog who had Hokas on, I believe, I think it was like the 6th or 7th hole.
Oh
Great
yeah.
guy, yeah.
Mitch, my guy.
Yeah.
Said he. There was a lot of good conversations out there. He said that he got out of the hospital to come see us.
Wow.
And volunteered there. So he was like working the event too.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really cool. There was a lot of those conversations that I never get to have with anybody because I never leave my house. That really put everything in perspective. I can't thank you all enough for allowing us to live this life. Hour 2's back in about 10 minutes. Fucking, we're back.
How about that?
We're back.
I told you. I knew we were going to go right through. I knew it.
So we were thinking about booking, do we put a guest in the first hour? No. There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, been going for so long.
Yeah, but anyways, Nick, you fucking crushed it.
Nick.
Thanks, boys. Hey, that was awesome to see you. We talked about it a lot. The minimal amount of practice that went into that, and certainly weren't prepared for the walking and the conditioning of that because not only was that a pretty long golf course, it's on a fucking side of a mountain.
Yeah.
A lot of hills,
of
trucking
hiking.
up a lot of hills. But it was awesome to watch you perform, and of course that sandbagger AJ who played some
Unbelievable.
unbelievable guy.
He drives about 400 yards.
Yeah.
Well, did you see how obviously saw how he swings?
It's electrifying. I'm fucking getting him in a long drive thing.
Yeah.
Already setting up like, hey, we got sponsors, we got fucking this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do the whole thing. Yeah, we're putting him in there. And I'm forcing him to do it. Actually, like,
Yeah.
he's like, I don't know how far those guys hit it, is what he said. I'm like, who cares?
Yeah.
You're fucking AJ Hawk. He is yoked, too. Back shredded, whole body shredded. His knees are hilarious.
Yeah, they're fucked up.
Every once in a while, you'll see him catch like, one of those, look like a really old man. But when he's swinging, and this is why I feel he sandbagged us. I've seen him drive before. We all have seen a human that has tried to drive like that. Those balls go OB all the time.
Yeah.
He has figured out how to hit a ball that is supposed to be the biggest slice in the history of golf perfectly straight.
Moonshot.
And it goes like this, like a fucking movie.
A rise ball.
And then it just comes down like slow on the other side. It's like a beautiful fucking. There's trees everywhere on this course. You miss right, you go behind a tree, fucking dead. Double bogey, absolutely.
Pick it up.
You go left, pick it up.
Yeah.
Double bogey
See
this
ya.
way. He was clearing these fucking redwoods, basically, going over top of them, landing right in the middle of the fairway. I'm like, man, that's awesome. I assume he's just going to start spraying these, because we have 50,000 on the line. 4 straight days. That motherfucker missed 2 fairways, maybe.
Really?
4. An actual, I think 385 drive. I think an actual 385. I hit one like 360, 355. Felt very good about it.
You should.
Felt very, very
Yeah,
good about
bomb.
it. This was 15 yards ahead of mine.
Last drive of the entire weekend, too.
Yes.
I mean, there was probably, 6 or 7 holes out of the 18 where people working there were like, yeah, it's the farthest I've ever seen a ball hit on this.
Ever. That's the farthest drive of all time.
Been doing this for 15 years.
Because we're walking to our ball, stopping. And we don't have so we're like, AJ, can you range find this thing? He got it. You got like 165, probably. Like, thank you, AJ. And he's got 140.
Yeah.
I mean, and I hit the ball much further than probably other people that are in there.
Very far.
He's hitting that thing 20 to 25 yards further than me. I'm like, what the fuck? There was one hole where it was a great compliment, and they probably say it to everybody, but they literally said, those are the 2 best drives we've ever had on this hole, and that is by far the farthest drive that we've ever seen.
So he was out driving the field by far.
Everybody. They did the long drive thing on the tracker.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they said Steph hit that 330 with like a super smooth. Steph, by the way, real cool. Knows of the show.
Nice.
Here we go.
Steph knows
dude.
of the show. Great chat, great conversation, knows of the show. Very cool. He was trying to win that motherfucking thing, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was MVP, finals MVP. He's hosting the ESPYs, I think.
Yeah.
If he would have won the
Holy
ACs
moly.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, if he would have won, that would have been a fucking, not that his life isn't a movie already, but that was.
Nice little feather in the cap.
He hit a 330, looked like super smooth, but it wasn't the actual ball. It was just what the reader caught.
Yeah.
And the reader catches different things, I think. AJ went on to that reader, and they only said like 315 or something. He was hitting balls that were landing at like 330, 335. I'm trying to get him in a long drive, get him one of those fucking telephone poles.
Yeah.
Get him swinging on that.
He's got to be in one of those. And on the long drive, actually, was the one time where he did have the slice, and it probably only went about 100 yards, but the reader was like, oh, that thing got slaughtered. It went
290,
yeah.
290 or something.
Ridiculous.
It's like, sounds like a bunch of bullshit. In the back, at Viva Lazito, engaged man.
Thank you all.
Congrats, Z. We appreciate you. You're pulling double duty right now. You're an engaged man. You and Coco got engaged.
Thank you.
Incredibly proud of you, pumped for you, and you look good, pal.
Thank you. Means a lot.
Yeah, no problem. I'm happy for you, man.
I know it was a tough decision. Not decision, but like tough to do it.
Yeah, to
There
get
you
there.
go.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
get through it. Yeah, I understand. You're thinking about it literally the entire time you're leading up to it. Yeah. So you have to act cool though too while she's talking to you and you're doing stuff. But there's a pretty monumental moment coming up here in a little bit. That is, you look
My
great.
pants
It
ripped
was.
because the ring.
What?
Oh, no.
Because the ring.
The box was my jeans were way too tight.
Wow.
Back
Sorry,
pocket.
don't let that bring you down.
Back pocket,
Hey, this is just like a year. This is just like a year from now.
Mm-hmm.
When we think about the autograph hands,
Yep.
and we
That's
think
right.
about how long
Do
the
it
walk
again.
was, we won't do it again. We don't need to remember that the box ripped your jeans.
Nope.
We just need to remember you got engaged. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Hey,
Thank
no
you.
problem. And sitting to Zito's right is a man who is going to be manning the controls here for a bit. And none of us could have expected this.
No, never in a million
No.
years.
But there is not a man more prepared to do what he's about to do for the foreseeable future than Mick.
Holy.
Here we go, man.
Thank you.
Mick, you're doing a great job. I appreciate you. Hell of a first hour. Evan Fox has some real heavy personal stuff going on right now. He's going to be okay, but there's a lot going on in his world. He will not be with us for the foreseeable future. I have no idea if he'll be back. Nothing but love, obviously, from all of us to him. Some things pop up in life that we can never, I think, predict. And he's tough. He'll get. We miss you, Foxy.
Miss you, Foxy.
Miss you, Foxy. Mitt, you're going to do an incredible job, though. You've been prepared for this on Hammer. Dahn! You've been prepared for this on the pod. You are ready to go, and you look amazing, and we appreciate you showing up every day behind him. Dirty, you look great. You're the man. Bailey, in the way back, he got engaged as well.
Baby Bill.
Yes, I love
Baby
love.
Bill. Woo! Bruce is here. He was in Croatia. Obviously, the Thunderdome's coming together well. We can't thank you all enough for allowing us to do this on a day-to-day basis. It is amazing to be back. Hour 2 will be on the other side. We will have AJ Hawk join us to recap his thoughts on it all, and also some internet workout videos.
Okay.
Some news stories around franchise tag, signed, not being an extendo. Lot to talk about. Baker Mayfield's a Panther still. What is going to happen with Deshaun Watson? Who knows? Let's dive into it all on the other side. Jack Johnson had ice cream with the man that's going to join us in 3 minutes out of Lordo just a couple days ago. We'll see you in a couple. Pittsburgh Steelers, Coach Mike Tomlin.
Oh, man, Pat, it's an honor to be on with you, man. Thanks for having me.
You're a legend. Thank you for putting me through my workout and having the scouts actually come watch me kick at West Virginia. I don't think I've ever fully thanked you for that moment, Coach.
No, man, I've drank the McAfee Kool-Aid for a long time.
Let's get right into it. The locker room culture changed completely when I was in the league, from when I was a rookie to when I was done, and I retired after the 2016 season. Now it's even more different, I would assume, from when you came into Pittsburgh and everything like that. The dancing on the logo, the TikTok, everything like that you guys have had to experience. What is your messaging in there? How do you adapt and let players be themselves without, doing too much? Because that is a fine balance that you've been able to do, I think, in an incredible job with throughout your entire time in Pittsburgh.
I think for me, more than anything, I try to stay connected. Just getting a sense of where these guys are coming from, what's in vogue for their generation, what captures their attention, how do they learn, how do they communicate, how do they interact with each other formally and informally. And I think being a parent kind of helps me. My boys are 19 and 20, so it's not much difference between them and some of the younger guys that I deal with here. And so for me, it's just about gaining an understanding, working to stay connected. That's my general attitude, man. It's adapt or die for me. And I don't want to be one of them old crusty guys, man, that just refuses to adapt. Although I am one of those old crusty guys now.
Yeah, you are old as shit now. You know what I mean? You've been around a long time. I remember back in the day, whenever you showed up, there was a lot more, to the camera. There was a lot more.
Yeah,
there was a lot of that. Now you're just old ass man now, huh?
You know how it is. Years in this business will scar you, man. It'll settle you down.
That is classic. One of my favorite moments with you is when you would tell me every warm-up, I'm going to get you back to Pittsburgh when you're old and cheap. What does that mean? What did that mean? And should that have been taken as a smack in the mouth, like whenever you said that to me?
No, man, it was a tip of the cap, man. There's certain guys
Good.
around this league that I'm really interested in, but I know I cannot afford. And you were one of them. So I was going to wait for you to physically deteriorate a little bit until you came back into my wheelhouse.
Yinzers are going to go.
The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we can talk about.
Speaking his mind
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
while being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat
What the fuck are
McAfee
you
Show
doing?
starts in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to that show. Hour 2 on this Monday, July 18th, 2022 sports show back on hiatus shall begin now.
Yeah, that's right.
It's been so long.
It's over.
No,
It is.
what?
Turn it down. Turn the music down, Nick. Thank you. Moment of silence for the Let's Ride on the starts of the show. Could not survive the hiatus.
No. Come back, let's ride.
It came in like a lion. Broncos country. Broncos country. Let's ride. Broncos country. Let's ride. Broncos country. Let's ride. made our show better, made the top of the hour better. Mm-hmm. Because every time an hour started, all I could think about was riding into a hell of a show. That's right. Like Russell Wilson would ride into Monaco with his shoulder pads and his helmet and put on a workout that those fuckers have never seen before.
Throw a ball.
Throwing a football on the side of the cliff, and then as soon as he's done with it, he looks around and he says, "Let's ride."
Viva ride.
Whenever Russell Wilson is running routes with Sierra at the White House, and they're completing passes and showing unity, something Washington hasn't seen in a long time, and he goes and speaks the Capitol in front of all the
Senators, congressmen,
People, politicians,
Representative.
House of Representatives.
reps.
He says, "Let's put our swords aside.
Let's ride.
That's what I think about every time we said it there for a couple weeks. And just like all things that this show has, it unfortunately ended quickly with zero celebration or heads up. All it took was one golf tournament, 1 week off, and now we will no longer ride into ours. And I am, although sad that it is gone, I am happy it even happened in the first place. So let's ride into a new chapter.
Miss you, let's ride.
Let's ride into a new time. Let's ride into a new era of this show, which will be seeking a new beginning to the hour, every single hour, until we find whatever's home is the beginning of the hour. Let's ride. Tone Diggs, that's a fucking shame that that's over, especially with your cowboy hat. It felt like it was the perfect match.
It felt so good. It felt so right. You know,
So good. So good.
so good. But, you know, all good things must come to an end.
Like Heinz Field. Moment of silence.
Man.
Moment of silence
You
for that.
son of a bitch.
What's that? I honestly didn't expect, hour and 5 minutes into this thing, that this be the first time it really has come up. But at one point, I had the longest field goal in Heinz Field history. At one point, I helped somebody else win an ESPY, from what they did
Yeah.
on Heinz Field.
Sure.
Right.
I got shook to shit by Antonio Brown in Heinz Field.
Yep.
Rest in peace to that field.
We'll miss
I believe I won punt, pass, and kick.
you. Yeah, shock.
That's right.
Heinz Field.
It wasn't
Yeah.
Three Rivers.
Wasn't Three Rivers. It was certainly Heinz Field. But now, it's Acrisure.
Hell yeah.
And it's going down Acrisure. And let's watch Kenny Pickett sling that pigskin around Acrisure.
Can't wait.
Let's go down to Acrisure Stadium. Acrisure, obviously, an insurance company that utilizes artificial intelligence and other
Exactly.
stuff.
Bingo.
I told you.
Cutting edge.
I tried to tell you, do not enable and empower this artificial intelligence
They
stuff.
fucking took ketchup out at the knees.
They did.
Acrisure.
Ketchup took its fucking self out at the knees.
Now, there is an argument to be made that Acrisure likes the Steelers more than Heinz likes the Steelers.
That's the argument that I'm sticking with.
Well, you should. And that's how most Yinzers should look at it, because Heinz had an opportunity to maintain the presenting sponsor of Heinz Field.
Yeah.
They chose not to. Now, they might say that it didn't make sense with how much Acrisure maybe gave, but Acrisure, we should view them as caring more about the Steelers than Heinz did at the decision being made. With that being said, hell of a run, Heinz Field.
Hell of a run.
Great
Miss
run.
you.
Why did Pittsburgh Paints pony up?
Well, they're already paying for a fucking
That's what I'm saying. Why not double down?
PPG, obviously Heinz. A lot of people thinking maybe Permanis.
Permanis.
UPMC could have gotten the game. They are already the sponsors of the practice facility. Iron City Beer with Mongo. Could have been there.
Turner's was
Turner's
trying
Tea
to.
could have
They
been
don't
in
have
there.
the money.
By the way, I didn't know that it was even available. Did anybody even know it was available?
No.
Or did Acrisure come crypto this thing and say, hey, Staples dead. Crypto.com arena, here we are. Is that what Acrisure did? Did they just come and say, what's Heinz paying? We'll pay quadruple that? Is that what took place?
Heinz was up in 2019, and they had just been doing a year-to-year kind
Fuck.
of extension.
We should have gone in there.
Kind of a handshake agreement until.
Well, who would have thought that they would have turned the back on the city that they were fucking founded? H.J. Heinz is turning over in his grave right now, okay? Because I looked at the board of directors of Heinz Craft right now.
Saudi.
No. Probably.
Who was it?
Wouldn't be surprised.
Who was up there, huh?
No one's been there longer than fucking 2019. They got no loyalties to Heinz in the city of Pittsburgh, and so whoever from fucking Heinz did the Heinz Kraft merger, it's their fucking
Are
fault.
we out on Heinz? They're so much better than that other shit.
Oh, God.
I thought
Red gold.
I thought about it. Heinz is a vastly superior product, unfortunately, still. So I will have to stick with the ketchup. But I'm not fucking happy.
Zito, please show the picture of the bottle that we are definitely going to be trying to purchase. Yinzer took a photo in front of it. Mm-hmm. Hey, Bill, guys, get in front.
That's Bill, Donnie, and Ron.
Holy shit.
Fucking last time this thing's going to be seen down here. Acrisure came in and wiped them out.
The way that one guy has his hand on it too.
We got to buy that. We honestly have to buy
We get
one.
one of the ketchup bottles.
We'd like one of the ketchup bottles in. Actually, I don't think we do anymore. That
Why?
ain't Heinz.
That's a good point.
The company running Heinz right now ain't Heinz.
You're right.
What do we put it on top of the Thunderdome?
ain't-
I would put it on top of the Thunder, but I don't want to represent them. It sounds like they don't even give a fuck about being from Pittsburgh.
God.
It's not the company that HJ built.
Nah.
Why didn't Rudy Subs get in the game and name the stadium?
Why?
That's a great question.
Fucking Isley's Chip Chopped Ham.
Rudy Sub Stadium.
Listen, I don't know how much money we have or how much money it would have taken, but I feel like I would have been able to scrounge it up if I could have just called that motherfucker Yinzer Field.
Yeah.
Like, imagine that. Like, that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Now, this is. How long is this deal? Probably 55
15 years.
50 years.
No, 15.
Oh, 15 years. This is like the $440 million offer that Juan
sure.
said.
Yeah.
All right. So joining us now is a man who celebrated with Lordo this weekend. And that was a very Pittsburgh conversation, so I didn't want to bring this guy into it because
He's playing there
honestly,
probably.
Donnie, Roy, and Bill taking that photo with that Heinz bottle is one of the saddest days since they blew up the igloo.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, what a day. What a day. Joining us now is a man who's incredibly good at golf,
Yeah.
which none of us could have expected.
That's horseshit.
Well, we should have actually. Genuinely, I don't want to say it.
Well,
I have no idea what's coming out of his mouth ever whenever we're around each other. There is an endless amount of shit that could come out of his mouth that you would know. There was numerous times where we're just having a time in Tahoe and he says something and I have to stop what I'm doing and go, how did that? How did that come from that fucking brain through that thick skull, through the mouth out there, and laughed hysterically, obviously, because it's unbelievable. One of the most interesting humans of all time, a man who has drank Budweiser out of the Lord Stanley Cup just moments after ice cream sundaes were had on Sports Center. He's a college football national champion, Super Bowl champion, Ryder Cup champion, and winner of $50,000 from me at the American Century Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hall. How you doing? How you doing, Hall?
How you guys doing? Hey, congrats. What, Bill's engaged, Zeet's engaged, Ty had a baby. Man, a lot of stuff happened.
Let's go! It's been a hell of a month. AJ, when I say this, I mean this. You're one of the most impressive beings the humans have ever had. You know that? You do know that after getting to hang out with you a lot? I'm happy we got to play together every single day. I'm not sure if they heard my, chatter into this microphone about hating basically being around people. And if that's why they put us together, because our scores were kind of near each other, they put us together. It was an honor, sir. And your friend, Aaron, our friend Aaron, was so kind. That was a fucking awesome tournament, AJ. And thank you for helping get me into that thing.
Well, I mean, I've been telling you for a few years, I think you would really enjoy it. So I'm glad that all the boys enjoyed it and had a good time. And there's obviously, the physical toll that it takes on you that you don't realize, that I seem to forget every year or two, even though I've been doing it for a long time. It doesn't get easier as you get older, that's for sure.
Well, I think what hole was it when I started motherfucking you basically about it?
Like third hole, probably.
How come you didn't tell me about,
I did.
No, you did not. You did not tell me to respect that course.
Hey, you know what you're going to have to do? Hey, next year, what you're going to have to do, because you want to look sweet in your J's, you're going to have to wear some old Skechers. I saw some of the stud golfers out there wearing those sweet, pillow top Skechers.
Romo wanted them.
You're going to have to get those.
Romo was wearing Skechers golf shoes?
I assume so. He's a Skechers guy, right?
Do you have the super
multiple
foams?
guys were.
Do you have the super foams on or no?
They didn't really look like Hokas, but I don't know what Tony's looked like, but I saw some other guys wear some Skechers that looked like something that Pistol would wear. So I think I would stay away.
It was an awesome tournament, and there was a couple times where I did say, like, you were a fucking piece of shit for not telling me. Like, I didn't even think about walking that course being a problem. I'm in pretty good shape. Like, I feel pretty good right now. I'm doing like 100 floors on the Stairmaster.
Yeah.
I'm going 4 or 5 rounds in the Oculus. I'm feeling very good, like, shape-wise.
Yeah.
Very good. The feet, though, there ain't nothing you can do about those. And then once your feet hurt, by the way, you're fucking up your hips.
Yeah.
Because the way you have to walk with it, so now your hips are sore. It's like, my hips are sore? Like, I had 28 miles. 28 miles we walked up and down that thing. That should have been something I should have thought about. I just assumed after watching, I drive by a golf course here in town and people are walking, it's some 90-year-old fat. Okay?
Right.
And I'm like, all right, that person can do it. Then I watch the PGA, I'm like, there isn't that many physical specimens just walking around the fucking PGA or the live thing. So it's like, this can't be that big of a deal. Although there was a couple thoughts, like, walking's going to be a game changer, I think. It was. I mean, it 1,000% was. Holes, 8? Because that's normally how many holes I play on a cart. I normally pick up for at least 1, so I'm playing 8 holes normally. I played 5 different times, about 8 holes each time. Do the math.
40
holes I've played. So from like holes 8 to 15 each day, other than that par 3, 12, I was gone. I was sore. Mentally, I was exhausted. The feet were dead. It was something that I didn't think about going in that I should have paid much more respect to.
In hindsight, though, was there anything you would have been able to do prepared for that? Like, you would have had to play four times a week and walked 18 holes.
We figured it out. So this is what we're doing. And AJ was there whenever the idea came about, putting a treadmill next to the net.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. There you go.
So hit ball.
Oh, yeah, I forget, were you telling Wriggle that, I believe, on Sunday? Hey, next year's going to be different, man. I think you told him about your whole setup.
It is.
Hey, Wriggle, no big deal. I got a simulator in a new office called the Thunderdome. You should stop by whenever you want to. I'm putting a treadmill right next to the sim. I'm going to drive, and then while other people are playing, I'm hopping right on that thing.
Boost the incline.
And I'm going to put walking boots on like I'm Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
So it's as uncomfortable as possible. And I'm just going to walk. I'm going to walk until my next shot, and then I'm going to do it. Then I got it all figured out. The only issue is going to be the putting. There is no green in Indiana that is anywhere near what the fuck that was. That was scary, AJ. Those were scary thoughts in my head while I was lining up the putt. I don't know, anywhere between a 70-footer to a 10-footer. It's the same conversation. Like, there's no chance this is going in. That was another part of the game that I did not, tend to enough before heading out there, I think.
Right, I mean, those greens were lightning fast, and there's like levels to it, so it's easy to put off the green. I mean, you try to claim that I'm a sandbagger. First off, my first hole of the tournament, first shot out of bounds in the water. Okay, cool. I'm dropping. I gotta get up and down for bogey. Get out here. I sculled my next shot 180 yards over water. Skipped it, hit a rock, went to the fringe, up and down bogey. Let's keep it moving. Like that was my whole scrambling all day long.
That's how you play golf, though.
I get bored if I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, you get bored if you don't. His first 2 shots of the tournament, fucking in the water. Okay, first 2 shots hit water. He ends up with no points there because a bogey is just not. A bogey is no blood. Double bogey -2, par 1 point. Bogey no points. Par 1 point. Birdie 3 points.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a couple of those saved today.
A couple eagle putts. Those were 6 points.
That would have been huge if those go in. Those guys that win have to just make it.
Yeah.
They make those putts, I guess. But anyways, AJ will be, so far ahead of us because of his drive. Then he'll hit some shit fuck into the tree somehow. And then he'll bend his club around a tree and he'll end up at like 6 feet. Then he'll put it in. I'm like, what was it? He's like, bogey. I'm like, what? How? You were on 4 holes over. How'd you even get it? You are the greatest scrambler in the history of golf, I do believe it. It was electrifying watching you golf. I was very lucky that I got to golf with you for 3 straight rounds whenever it mattered. You were fucking bombing balls. You're literally blind shot, can't see anything. Boom, hitting it through 4 trees, bouncing off another one, and then going to like 6 feet. It's like, this guy is the best golfer of all time. Is that how it is all the time? Is that how you golf all the time? Is that what it looks like?
Yeah, but I normally don't play as well as I did. I normally would have like a day in there where I shoot -15 one day or something. That's usually the case.
Okay.
So, but you can't believe that because he's just lying anytime he comes
all
on here
right,
and talks
Connor.
about
Hey,
golf.
Con Man. Pat, you want to remember we played Sunday, me, you, and Wriggle. My first tee shot, I get up there. I'm using your 3-wood again that I started using day 2.
That was cute.
On the course.
Smart.
The sun is glaring off the ball. I was like, I can't see the ball. I almost missed the ball. I topped it 10 feet. I was like, all right, let's just keep this 3-wood in my hand. I topped it again. I just picked up, and I was done before we got off the tee box.
I know.
On the first hole on Sunday.
I know, but you still somehow, what'd you end up, +2 or something like that?
Yeah, you still ended
Yeah,
up
I mean, I
in
just
the
scrambled
red.
my ass off. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Let's golf.
Let's golf.
Whatever.
Did you guys ever see RG3 out there?
Yeah, I talked to RG3.
How could you miss him?
I didn't see him golfing. But he was dressed hilariously.
Oh, I didn't see it.
He was dressed hilariously, and I guess he wasn't a good golfer. We didn't
set
Negative
the course
89
record.
points.
So, I had another bet with Miz.
Sure.
A promo bet with Miz.
Oh man, he had a weekend.
Did you beat him?
How about him
He's awesome.
walking down the fairway? So he started on a different 9 than us. So we saw him, and he was doing a lot of posing and shit. And this was already when he was at -60. It had already been known by everybody that he was a terrible golfer. I guess Charles Barkley was chewing him out for playing too fucking slow. Anthony Anderson cut some promos on him at the par 3 thing for playing too slow.
Yep.
Because Miz, I guess I've only golfed with him.
But he
whenever-
looks. But if you see him dressed, he looks. Well, this dude's a pro golfer. His swing looks very,
Okay.
very good as well. But he just doesn't score.
So he has watched other people who are good golfers golf. Mm-hmm. So before his shot, he'll take 2 big swings. Big
The arm.
hacks.
You gotta do the arm thing. That's my favorite.
Oh yeah, 2 big hacks. He'll look, then he lines up over it. Okay, and he puts the club down in one hand here. Okay, other hand is back here, doing this. Actually doing this. Then he goes to the club. Then this one's got to take a trip. And then it's a full-on, like, picture-perfect swing. Mm-hmm. Picture perfect, like full.
Yeah.
Holds the follow through for 30 seconds.
Holds it like this. And then apparently, allegedly, the ball just goes like every other way but where. But every time it's a full. All right, here. And he's got like -80 at this point.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, all right, hurry the fuck up.
You asked him about the Charles Barkley thing.
How does everybody know? Well, I think it's because Charles is normally a pretty slow golfer, right? Because he wasn't that good for a long time. So now that he's saying, hey, come the fuck on, I think it became a pretty big story. And then what did Anthony Anderson say to him? What did Anthony Anderson say to him at the par 3 thing that you did?
Yeah, I was sitting next to Miz at the little closest to the pin contest, and I'd never seen Miz address the ball, so I see this arm thing. I thought he was just playing it up for effect because he was mic'd up and everything. Yeah, Anthony Anderson apparently was his partner that day, and he was like, "Here we go, longest setup ever. Here we go, hit the ball." Like, he continued to say stuff to him, and he didn't sound real happy either. Like, it was awesome.
Well, Miz, though, I will say, I didn't have to golf with him. I think I would have loved golfing with him. Could you imagine him with us? Could you imagine?
Oh, it would have been amazing. It was awesome just seeing him on the other hole for 5 seconds. Like, how great he is.
So he did his whole setup. We saw him I have become a massive fan of The Miz over the last month and a half, 2 months, just because I've got to experience The Miz a little bit more. He is hysterical. Very talented motherfucker, too. He tees off from the tee box, last one, did his full setup. We're watching it all happen. And obviously went into like a fucking tree. It was not good. And he walks down the fairway while staring at us. And he goes, and then just stares at us for like a good 10 seconds and then walks. And it's like, this guy just hit one 20, 30 yards into the woods. He's already at -90 and he's fucking flexing. The other 2 people in his group had to be like, this fucking guy.
Yeah, well, and when you were on the 2nd hole and he was on the 11th hole, you guys happened to walk by each other too.
Yeah, he goes, the you're on the wrong fairway, Pat. He was on our fairway. Like he was awesome. I enjoyed him. I enjoyed Rob. I enjoyed Miles. Obviously, Jordo and Aaron were awesome. And your brother, fucking super cool dude, man. Yeah. I think that should be said a little bit more. Ryan Hawk, cool guy.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, he's been out there every year with me. So yeah, he absolutely loves it. You heard him slopping around the lake every morning. You said it'd help you wake up.
That's what I was about to say. This guy's beating the fuck out of water every morning.
Killing it.
You're talking about, because the house had no air conditioning.
What?
My room did not have air
Not many houses have air out there. It's weird. Gigantic houses. We've stayed in a few other ones, and I've been searching frantically for an air conditioning unit somewhere in the bowels of the house. I can never find it.
So keep the doors open, to the lake. It's also beautiful view. The wind is great. It's perfect. The reason why they don't have any air conditioning is because it's fucking perfect there.
Outside a lot, I
Basically
assume.
year round, yeah. Well, I guess in the winter you just shut it, whatever the case is. So I had my door open, the lake right there behind my room. And it'd be, fucking 5 a.m.? What time was that? I honestly don't even know what time the Hawks were in the fucking water.
Ridiculous.
But I don't know when they started. The only time, I didn't want to tell your brother this in person because I think he would have felt bad or whatever. Maybe not, I don't know. He certainly was the one that woke me up every single morning. You know, he said I didn't wake you up, did I? No, my alarm, obviously. He's fucking, I don't know what that water did to him. No. He had to have been just slapping as hard as he possibly could with these workouts were going like 20, 30 minutes though. He is.
It's cold. That's the thing. When you swim in that cold water, it's tough to breathe. So yeah, I think he doesn't have the most efficient stroke out there in that cold water.
Hey, he's yoked up though. I enjoyed him a lot. Super cool guy. I really appreciated everybody we met out there. Joining us now is a man who is also a professional golfer. Hey, I think I shot in the 80s, didn't I? One of those days.
Oh
80s?
yeah, absolutely. I think every day.
Every day, probably.
Yeah.
No, I think I had 90 one of those days, but 80s anyways. I feel pretty good about it. Another guy that can talk to us about his golf game because he did just get off a 4-month golf.
Yeah,
That's right. Excursion,
Where he hasn't really worked, but
first
hopefully,
week back.
Is he working again?
I think so.
Okay, let's get an update from this guy and also chit-chat a little bit about his life. NFL insider for the NFL Network and the league itself. Obviously, the host of the weekly wrap-up with Rap Sheet and Friends, us being the friends, he being Rap Sheet. Ladies and gentlemen, the ever-handsome Ian Rappaport. What's up, dude?
So, I do like golf, as you alluded to. I have not yet been able to play in the Tahoe golf tournament. Maybe one of these years. It was bad, right? You didn't have a good time?
Ian, if this was a trio going out at the American Century Championship, I honestly have no idea how those 7 hours on the course would go.
Siciliano on the bag.
Oh, yes, dude. It was a great time.
I like that idea.
I didn't play enough golf, though. And you know how you always walk? And I think I make fun of you every time. Like, who has enough time to fucking walk? I should have walked one time in my life before this tournament. 4 straight rounds, 28 miles. My feet were fucking dead, Ian. Dead.
Got to get yourself some good golf shoes. Get some G4s or something. To really feel like pillows,
I do.
That's what you need.
You're absolutely right. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was like, these look awesome. Jordan sent them to me. This is very nice of them to do.
Himself?
Well, I don't know if Michael knows I got them. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if he knows, but I did get them. They were very comfortable. Me and CC Sabathia were wearing the same ones.
Oh, yeah. Big walrus.
Hey, CC's fucking
the man.
Yeah. He's yoked up too now.
Jacked. Very good post-playing career.
Hey, he is jocked.
Super jocked.
He's super jocked. There's a lot of those chants, by the way, a lot of hammered down chants. A lot of fuck you, Boston Connor. And I think people even said, Rap Sheet never says anything on your show. I think there was even those chants out there.
Every day.
What? Is that true? Did anyone ask where I was? Because I feel like that would have been a good question.
People have been asking that for 3 months, dude. Yeah. Where have you been since the Super Bowl? That is a real question, Ian. Jeez.
Kind of turned that around on me. I wasn't expecting that. All right.
I haven't been on air in a while. I got a lot of pent-up energy, obviously. You can feel that through the microphone. We do appreciate you. By the way, Toxic Table Edits, his name is Doug, actually. He made the 5 videos that we put out last week on our show, on our channel. One of them was Ian Rappaport getting murdered by us, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it did really well. Ian, thank you.
Thank you, Ian.
And shout out to...
Was there a different video? Because what I saw, there was one that I saw that actually was really funny. It was about me being hilarious. I posted it because I was so funny.
Same one.
I did not even appreciate how funny I was until I rewatched the clip a couple times.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, especially with how funny you are. We get to experience it every time. You don't. Yeah. So you got to do it for the first time last week. Shout out to Toxic Table Edits, by the way.
Shout out, Dougie.
Doug, you killed it. I assume we'll be doing business again. I hope. He did a great job. He was always very professional with us. He was stealing our shit.
Right.
Then we had a conversation.
Yep.
Yeah. This was the guy?
No, there's 2. There was 2. One guy was like, hey, sorry. Like, actually, yeah, that was happening. Another guy tried to make me look terrible. So I was like, all right, we will never work together. Nope. And then this guy, it was like, all right, hey, here's a pretty good amount of money, I think. Would you rather just do that? Yep, crushed it. Cared about it, passionate about it. He's the one that laid out ideas. And there's some other people getting buried. Being funny on the list of videos potentially. Mm-hmm. You on there? I'm like, we got a good relationship with Ian. Yeah, fucking go ahead.
Let it eat.
Let it eat. Let it eat. So we appreciate you, Ian. I want to let you know that we appreciate you, pal.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys, and I clicked it a couple extra times just to make sure to kind of jack up the. Now
we're talking.
Yeah, smart. Because you want those numbers to be jocked.
Super jocked.
Jocked. That's good. No, Ian, you always do. AJ and I had a blast. Hopefully, you'll be there next year. AJ's the one that got me into it. So,
AJ.
Send Aaron a text, Ian. He'll get you in.
Oh, you're fucked. You're so fucked. There's no chance you're going.
Yeah, yikes.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. You got no chance. Remember that little stand you took when you decided to redo how you actually report stuff? You remember that?
Seemed vague. Kind of rings a bell, yeah.
Oh, you're never going.
Time ago.
Yeah,
oh my God, he's been there 18 years straight.
Yeah, Bradstreet's favorite stuff too, just boozing and golf.
Oh my God, you would love it with like some other like the
people.
booze in the.
Yeah, sorry.
You're never going. I hope you're happy. Never going.
You know what I might do? I'm doing my training camp trips now. I'm getting ready. I'll be on the road for like 3 weeks straight starting next week.
Yes.
Maybe I should go to Green Bay just so I could say hello to Aaron and just talk about Tahoe.
Record that interaction.
Yeah, that's genius.
Please record the first interaction. We would all like to watch.
Yeah.
Oh,
You should do that.
You're never going.
No.
That's what I just realized.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Good run.
AJ, what's that all about? You think he's got a shot? No way.
No, I think he's got a shot. Just let him know you want to play, Ian. I think they'll put you in there.
All right, I'm on it.
Make some highlight videos of yourself playing golf. I think that always helps.
Yeah, put it on the internet.
Well, and there's a spot open up, right? Because the Miz isn't welcome back. Seriously.
We didn't go to any of the events. I feel like the biggest asshole of all time. First time invited, went to none of the events. Feel like a bad guy. Honestly, feel like a bad guy.
Who went to none of the events?
Me.
You went to the opening meetings, though. You met that magician.
Matt, the magician.
Yeah.
I did go to the players' meeting. Yeah, I remember that. We showed up 15 minutes late. Obviously, me, AJ, and Aaron showed up 15 minutes late, standing in the back of the room, caused a big ruckus. You know what I mean? Caused AJ parked in the wrong building, so that's why we were late in that entire thing. But I mean, what an event! It's a shame you'll never be invited because of the way you report stuff. But we do appreciate the fact that you're on this show with us. What have we missed? Obviously, the last thing that really happened while we were alive, Baker Mayfield went to the Panthers. Yep. That was a big fucking deal because we assumed Jimmy G would go to the Panthers because the Seattle Seahawks are also looking for a quarterback. We'll never be able to get Jimmy G from San Fran. So that happened. Deshaun Watson case, that is going to wrap up beginning of training camp, allegedly, you report. What else have we missed, Ian? And have you been keeping up with anything since you're just golfing and boozing all the time?
Well, I mean, I was keeping up pretty good with the Baker Mayfield trade on the 16th hole of Congressional last week. Actually, on the 15th, I was in the bunker on 15 when I hit send on that tweet, and then ended up doubling the hole. Whatever. AJ screwed up my whole score, but it doesn't matter.
AJ would have got a bird right there. I want to let you know. AJ in the sand.
I bladed it out of the sand and hit it about 50 yards past the green after hitting send on that tweet, but whatever.
Jeez, that's going to happen.
That was a nightmare. So the franchise tag window came and went. That was something that happened last week. And it was, it's what it is the deadline for players who receive the franchise tag to get long-term deals, right? So if they don't get a long-term deal by this past Friday at 4 p.m., they cannot get one until next offseason. And there have been players who got deals on the franchise tag this year. Devontae Adams was one. Obviously went to a different team. David Njoku was another. There's been several. Chris Godwin. But there were 4 left, and none of them did deals. So now you have 2 players who have not signed the tag of Orlando Brown and Jesse Bates. And we'll see when we see those guys. Because they are not signed. If they don't show up for training camp, they're not going to get fined because they're not under contract. So their situation, I would say, is a little more tenuous and a little more wait and see with their current teams.
Ian, for those guys that haven't signed their franchise tender or whatever, is there a deadline where they would have to come back or the team has to do something? They have to make some kind of decision?
So we all kind of thought that there was, like, several years ago. And then Le'Veon Bell, and, like, I remember at the time I was reading about it. I was talking to Pelissero, who was all in on this. And what we ended up finding out was there's actually no deadline. So Le'Veon just never signed, didn't make any of his money. I think has since dramatically regretted it, but just never played. I don't know if we're going to see that again by any player ever. But I'll say generally what players do is they wait until the end of training camp. They cannot get fined again because they're not under contract, so it's not a holdout. But usually these guys show up before week 1 or at least early in the season because, remember, they're paid in game checks. So if they make all their games, they get all of their money.
Well, and also if you're in year 5 and you're on the roster, week 1, your whole salary is guaranteed. But Orlando Brown is the big conversation here, right? Because he'll allegedly hold out. Has he signed his franchise tag?
Nope.
He has not. So he can hold out an entire season. Will they still be able to franchise tag him next season because he didn't play and this year is a suspended year?
They can franchise him next year. But remember, he won't get paid. So that's like, I don't know, what is it? It's almost $20 million.
16
million.
Yeah. 16.6.
That's a lot of money to give up. So, I mean, look, anything is possible. Jesse Bates, same thing. I know he does not want to play on the franchise tag, but rarely do you see players giving up $12 or $16 million. Generally what happens is you show up at some point, play like the really, really good player you are, and then get paid after the season by someone.
Yeah, Orlando Brown, remember, he was right tackle for the Ravens. Somebody got hurt. He moves left tackle for an entire season.
Ronnie Stanley, yeah.
Then his family says he's a left tackle. He ain't a right tackle because this is, generational legacy type stuff. And now it's time for him to get paid for the first time. I feel like they know business. They respect business over there. Excited to see how the Chiefs handle it, especially because, Tyreek Hill just had to leave for a lot of money. They don't want Patrick Mahomes scrambling for his life again.
Oh.
They don't want that happening again. Let's figure that out. We like good football. Go ahead, Connor. Your question for Ian?
Yeah, rap sheet. Over last week, Lamar Jackson changed his Twitter head to the grill that had.
I need cash.
Yeah, so what's that about? Is he going to get his cash, or what's that deal looking like?
Yeah, that was an interesting one because he changed the Twitter header and I believe Instagram header as well. And then came out and said it's not about the contract, which I guess makes sense because unless I am completely missing everything, I haven't heard of any substantive contract talks at all. So maybe he's right. Maybe he just means in the general sense he needs money eventually because, Ravens are not like the Steelers where they have deadlines for doing a deal. Like if you're a Steeler and you don't get a contract by the start of the season, it is not happening until after the season. Ravens could do a deal whenever, so it's never dead.
Hold on, hasn't it always been? And I might be. By the way, big Lamar Jackson fan.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Check. I got receipts.
He's great.
I got receipts. I'm a big Lamar Jackson fan.
He's great.
Hasn't the narrative publicly been? And I don't think we've heard Lamar chat about this. But didn't Harbaugh? He said Rich Eisen. I think he said it's hard to get a contract done when Lamar won't come. And also, I think then Harbaugh did and if we want to talk about you asking your boss for more money, we can certainly do that as well. So it was an interesting thing to talk about. But in my understanding, it's been Lamar who's chosen not to negotiate as opposed to the Ravens, right?
That is my understanding. I think the Ravens would like to do a deal because there's a couple reasons. One, Lamar's great. He is their franchise quarterback. And when you know you have one, you want to get this person paid. One, because it's nice to reward really good players. But two, the price only goes up. I mean, if you think about the way the quarterback market has really exploded over the last several months, including your friend Aaron Rodgers doing a really, really nice deal, it has gone up, up, and up. So the price tag's only going up. So if you're the Ravens, Lamar Jackson is your guy. You want to pay him. He just hasn't seemed like he really has engaged.
So the I need cash grill or need money is an interesting thing.
Yeah.
But Lamar's fucking awesome. He could be trolling everybody right now, including the Ravens. He's working out though. I seen him slinging the ball around the yard.
He looks big.
Yeah.
He looks good. I'm a big fan of what he's about to go do, especially after last season. A lot of shit. A lot of COVID, then he was injured, then he was sick, then he was this and that whole thing happened. I mean, it's just, I'm excited to see Lamar all the way back without Hollywood Brown. Him and Bernard Pollard got into it.
That's right.
During our break there a little bit about, number one, I love that Lamar put capital letters Bernard. Just think of Lamar with his group, guy's name is Bernard. Like, it was, by the way, got nothing but respect for Pollard. But hey, Lamar can defend himself. However the fuck Lamar wants to defend himself, that's what Lamar's going to do. I'm excited to see how they handle that business there, because that's another, I mean, Kyler, Burrow, Herbert in a couple of years here, Lamar up. I mean, there's a lot of money coming to a lot of quarterbacks.
A lot of money coming.
I'm incredibly happy for him. Go ahead, AJ.
Ian, speaking of quarterbacks, what's going on with Deshaun Watson, with everything going on? Is he going to sue the NFL? Is that real?
And what does that mean?
Okay. So first of all, we'll talk about the timeline. The post-trial briefs were due last Tuesday, so a week from tomorrow. A week ago from tomorrow, basically. So now Judge Robinson has to read them and process and come up with some sort of decision. There is a chance we get one this week, perhaps later in the week. I would say most people involved believe that it will happen before training camp, but Sue Robinson is not on anyone's timeline, so if she is not ready, she is just not going to be ready, and Deshaun will show up for camp, and he'll just practice, and everything will be as it is until she comes up with some sort of decision. If there is, let's say, a decision that he does not agree with, if he is suspended a year, something like that, could sue. Yeah, could take him to federal court. I don't know for sure that that's going to happen. I've not definitively confirmed that. But I do know, kind of going outside the NFL's disciplinary process is possible. It rarely happens, but it would be a consideration if he gets a ruling that he does not agree with. 4 to 12 games, full season, 8 games, 10 games. Is everybody just full of shit right now? Like, why are all these reports happening with different, you know what I mean? Like, is that the thing? Just make shit up and then throw it out there, and if it hits, it hits, and if not, well, we got bad information from an anonymous source. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know that anyone's making anything up. I just know when you're dealing with something like this, and it is one person deciding, I don't know who anyone's talking to. But unless you are talking to Sue Robinson herself, unless she is saying, hey, I'm about to file this, it's this many games.
So we have no idea, you're saying. Nobody has a clue. Maybe Sue's family.
Right.
Maybe.
Neighbor. We don't know what Sue's into. Maybe she's a golfer. Those who golf with her. Maybe she drinks wine. Maybe she's part of a book club.
Yeah.
Maybe she's a boxer. Maybe she's in the gym sparring. Those are the only people you think that have any idea. So we need to just stop listening to all the reports of what the potential penalty could be, because I've seen 10 different ones. Honestly, I've seen 10 different ones at this point.
Yeah, and I've seen some of them too. And I would just say, like, what some of these reports are, like, you know, this, I don't know, let's say team source thinks this many games. This person close to Deshaun, I guess, thinks this many games. I don't know how any of that really matters that much. Like, what people think in this situation isn't relevant.
You think you die out there. That's right.
Only thing relevant is what she says. And I simply do not know, and I don't know that anyone else besides her knows.
Okay, last question from me before Tone and Ty have questions. Ty, by the way, brand new dad. If you want to,
congratulations!
Thank you,
It's awesome. How's it going?
It's tough early, kind of still getting the hang of things, but it's good.
Yeah, Ty.
No complaints.
Ty and Caitlin, second, third, fourth quarter team. Anyways, first
right.
quarter might have been a little struggle, but you guys figure that out.
That's right.
And hopefully,
don't worry. The best thing about the first quarter is you're not going to remember any of it, so you could screw up all you want, and you will have no recollection of it.
Hey, and it's a booze bag.
That's right. That's comforting.
All right, that's good.
I just told you to black out.
Okay, my last. Well,
I'm not going to do that.
I did. I didn't know how much Ty was going to change with this baby came. I thought maybe sees himself in a beautiful little girl. And, he starts eating kale and doing that. Sure. I didn't know what was going to happen.
Damn.
I didn't know. CFO Phil stopped drinking immediately upon having a baby. It was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. It was just like, boom, he's done completely. I'm like, he wanted to show his best version of himself to his kids. I had so much respect for that. I had so much respect.
Wow.
Yeah, it was awesome. That's why CFO Phil's a fucking badass. He has the ability. Now, he has since, let's not. He has since dabbled back into the vine,
Sure. So a couple weeks he gave it, or what are we talking?
Oh, years. We're talking years. Like, he would, celebrations, he would have a couple, but me and Phil used to go. Like, we used to go. And then he was like, I'm not doing it anymore. And he's honorable. He's awesome. I thought maybe that would happen. Ty FaceTimed him the other day. Literally answered with a Miller Lite upside down.
Yep, I did have it.
All right. One beer.
I respect that.
Word. 2 beers and a clear jug.
Word.
Last question from me before the boys. Yeah, where do you live again? You live in the New York City area, right?
Suburbs, yeah, New York City suburbs.
Zach Wilson fuck his mom's friend?
I don't know. I saw his social media post, which I believe 100% that he turned off his phone, had no service, and really, truly did not know what was going on. I saw his mom has taken to social media to ask people to stop discussing this issue with her friends.
Okay.
Which is fair.
Trying to figure out which ones, though. Trying to figure out which mom.
I will say, look, there's-
Aren't you friends with Zach Wilson's mom? Yeah.
Like
No. Is that what's happening, you're saying?
There's a lot of news that I will try to break and get to the bottom of. I feel pretty comfortable leaving this one on the table.
Okay. All right, we'll try to let the internet figure it out.
Yeah, they will.
They did.
And they will.
Yeah, right.
And they did. And they did. They could figure it out. They will figure it out. They did figure it out. And now it's very much figured out.
Yeah.
And it sounds like Zach Wilson's got a lot more fans. You can count me in that group.
Sure. Yeah.
I had no idea because the only thing I seen him, remember that photo from draft day?
that's so awkward.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And then bad at football, obviously, with the Jets. Not him, but the Jets bad at football. It's like, well, this guy, I'm never going to need him in my life ever. This guy's just, look at this. Look at this 2% milk heading over there, a little bland, just white toast over there, just a Mormon guy, super good guy going. I heard this, I'm like, all right, Zach Wilson. All right, Zach Wilson's not exactly what I thought it was. I think Zach should be pumped about this. Obviously, the ex-girlfriend is not, but who knows what the truth is, and obviously Ian will never find out for us. Go ahead, Tone.
Hey, Ian, did Hines even give a fuck? Did they even try?
Yeah, what happened, and how come I didn't know? And what was the price that Acrisure paid?
It was a lot. I cannot remember what
rate.
Yeah, what is it going rate for? Because like Crypto.com, they just came in and said, what Staples paying that's no longer a company, we'll give you 10x. Yeah. And then all crypto went, ooh, boom, right off the other side. But it's coming back. It's coming back.
It's coming back.
It's coming back. Crypto's coming. Is it?
Well, I don't know.
I haven't paid attention, but I know.
Could be. I don't know. Not as many people have tweeted about it recently, I've noticed, but I haven't really been.
Well, everybody was experts there for a bit, and I'm too dumb to be one. I wish I could
As
be.
am I.
But did Acrisure just come in and say, hey, what did that company that has no Pittsburgh ties anymore used to pay you? And then they just doubled it? Is that kind of how this whole thing goes, or what is the business sense behind it?
First of all, you guys, are you feeling nostalgia? I mean, are you going to miss the name?
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
What do you
It's
think,
just a
dude?
name, though.
Yeah,
what
it's
is
not just a
Acrisure
name. It's
Well,
a fucking city.
It's
Okay?
a ketchup.
A lot of stuff happened
It's
there.
a ketchup. You use ketchup or you drink catsup? You fucking. What do you?
I
It's
use
just a
ketchup
ketchup.
some like on fries, but I mean, I'm more of like a barbecue sauce or like I like good sweet and sour sauce.
Nobody cares.
chili-
We're talking about ketchup, dude.
What?
What? You're not putting those two on the same things.
No. I mean, ketchup on fries. That's about it, honestly. I'm
That's
not a
it?
huge ketchup guy.
See, that's the thing. We just learned a lot about you, and that's why the Toxic Table Edits thing happened. Like you just saying you're not a ketchup guy. We just learned a lot.
Come
right?
on,
We just
Matt.
learned a lot. Not
Too
anything
much,
wrong
to
with
be
it.
honest.
Yeah, exactly. But don't just say it's just a name. I want pump, pass, and kick there. Hey, as a boy, you hear me? As a boy, the only way the McAfees were able to get in there is if I won pump, pass, and kick in the fucking thing. Dunked on the uprights as like a 14-year-old. Felt great. Was a hero.
What?
Threw up the
Is
shocker.
this like the Andy Reid video?
Yeah, but I wasn't as. The others were taller than me. Not the Pittsburgh one, but the national one. Others were bigger than me. I just go and kick the ball. I hit the fucking line. I mean, I was not going to lose that whole thing. But Hines has been most of my life, like as Hines Field. Now, Three Rivers, obviously went and saw the Pirates play down there. I think I went to one Steelers game there. That was obviously a legacy thing. Hines Field, though, and Hines in general have just been synonymous with Pittsburgh, for so long. Yeah. So you saying, what is it? What is it?
Here's what I will say. I do have a good answer, and it's not exactly how much money they paid because I read about it, but I honestly can't remember. Here's what a team should do. Here's what a team should do: get as much money as possible.
And they did.
To get as much money as possible, because the
10
more
million.
money they get, the more they can pay guys, the more they can keep guys like Minka, who is awesome, and go. If they found a rookie quarterback who they're going to pay in 3 years, this will give them money to do it. The same thing.
Cash over cat.
Same thing that people say about the Packers, stock thing, whatever. It's like, yeah, it's kind of, I mean, it's whatever it is, but like,
What?
it helps them. It helps them.
Tread lightly.
You tread lightly right now.
We
the fuck are you talking about?
Don't
You dare call me a mark? I'll come find you and smack you across the face.
Are you saying this Mark didn't get anything? Whenever they rounded up 83 million.
He's got a piece of paper. I mean, he's got the paper.
Piece of paper.
Son of
like
a
a degree.
bitch.
You're saying like a degree. You're basically
Yeah,
saying.
well, a degree you've earned. This one you kind of just.
Whoa!
No, but did it help? Did it help fund Aaron Rodgers' contract?
You bet.
Eventually.
Okay, I got it. And by the way, we agree with that completely. Heinz, we looked up, not a single member of the board at Heinz has been around since before 2019. I don't even think they're operating in Pittsburgh anymore. I mean, it's not even. So, like, a lot of people are pissed off at Acrisure for coming in, but also Acrisure cares more about the Steelers right now than Heinz does. And that's honestly how you just have to view it. Even though Heinz's ketchup is superior, and there's some people that just don't. I'm disgusted.
Steelers are a brand name. Okay? Call it fucking red magic, green magic, call it whatever you want. It's fucking blue magic. It's goddamn Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's right. It's $10 million a year, 15 years, $150 million. I don't know if we would have been able to get into that race, but next time when it's up, we're going to pay as much as we have to make sure that's Yinzer Field.
Can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
We're keeping that thing Yinzer.
I like that.
Yinzer Field. Ty, your question after he buried you for being a mark?
Yeah, speaking of the Packers rap sheet, do we have any timeline on guys like Julio Jones or like Odell? And are the Packers potentially going to stop pussyfooting around and sign one of these guys?
Well, first of all, we'll talk about Odell. A team could sign him. It's just hard to imagine they would sign him before he's really ready to go. So, like, he's not going to be ready for some time now. So the Rams could do it. They have, like, in-depth knowledge of his knee. Their doctor did the knee surgery. But I don't know if a team like the Packers would do it now because it would still be considered a risk, right? As far as Julio, if the Packers are going to sign a veteran before camp, you'd probably think it would be in the day or so before camp. It's probably not going to be now. But, like, what we see a lot of times is veterans who want to make want to make more than the minimum, like significantly more than the minimum, they will wait until into training camp. Maybe someone, let's just say Julio wants the Packers, but the market hasn't developed like he thought. If someone else has a receiver injury, then maybe his market suddenly develops and the Packers have to pay more and then things get going. So if it's not in the day or so before camp, I imagine he'll probably wait for some sort of injury or maybe someone's draft pick doesn't materialize like they thought.
Okay, there's a developing story happening on the internet, and you're the perfect person to have on.
Sure.
J.K. Dobbins just dunked on you so hard. J.K. Dobbins, in a response to Ian Rappaport being on NFL Network, Ian Rappaport on NFL Now on NFL Network, currently happening today. Ravens running back J.K. Dobbins is no sure thing for week one. He hasn't had any setbacks, but his knee injury was a serious one, and Baltimore has no incentive to rush him back. They protected themselves with veteran Mike Davis. Regardless, J.K. Dobbins quote tweets this video from NFL Network, and Ian Rappaport says, "Okay, I'm tired of being quiet. Come to me for your source rap sheet because I might not even go on PUP, physically unable to perform list, because that's how good my rehab is going, and I'm damn sure going to be ready for week one." J.K. Dobbins said, "Suck it, suck it, suck it." Loser. That's what J.K. Dobbins just did to you, dude. That's crazy. That's happening right now. Hey, put that back up, Mitt, please. Please put that back up, Mitt. What time is this from? Oh, we don't have the time on it. It's like 1:30 something. That's like 15 minutes ago. How are you even still alive? Suck it, J.K. Dobbins. That's unbelievable, Ian. Wow, you're living in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's what that's
called. You're in the paint like this. You're jumping like this, and J.K. Dobbins like, yeah, right on top of you, dude. I seen it just happen on the internet. Wow. Sorry, buddy. Moment of silence, please, for Rappaport. He had sources. Those sources were wrong. Ian Rappaport was once an insider for the NFL. Now he is done.
No. R.I.P.
What caused the passing? J.K. Dobbins dunking on your face, Ian. How do you feel about that, Bub? How do you feel about what's going on?
I hope for J.K. Dobbins' sake that he is ready for week one. That would be great for him. I will stick with the person who told me this. I'm very, 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 very comfortable with the source of this report.
This guy.
Here we go again.
And I hope he's ready for week 1 because that would be great. Didn't say he's not going to be. Just said it's no sure thing and the Ravens protected themselves. But, I hope that he ends up being right. That would be a great outcome for all sides. And I hope that they don't rush him because that was a very, very serious knee injury.
Hey, JK's a dog. Fucking love JK. I love that he dunked on you, too. Go ahead, AJ.
I mean, look, can I just say one thing about this?
Yes.
He should. Like, if I'm able to, you know where I stand on this stuff, right? Like, if I'm able to say what I believe from a very good source publicly, he should be able to react without me, like, going into a corner and crying. Like, it's okay. It's good, actually.
That's why we
able to say that.
That's why we just presented it the way it did. By the way, I mean, I don't know how many other.
It wasn't a dunk. I know.
I don't know how many other insiders we could be like. AJ, I'm sorry. Go ahead, pal.
Ian, so what do you do now, though? A guy like that comes back at you as everyone's saying, dunked all over you.
Oh,
do you respond on
so
Twitter?
bad.
What do you do? Do you reach out to your source and say, hey, you're done, I'm not talking to you anymore?
Guy's dangling.
No, I very much trust my source on this one. So I will retweet him as I should. Well, I mean, it's just respectful, right? Like,
do retweets equal endorsements or not?
Good question.
In this case, I hope that he is ready for week 1. It would be great. He seems like a nice guy. My source casted a little more doubt on this. I know the Ravens aren't going to rush him because it doesn't make sense for anyone for him to be out there less than 100%. So,
Ian, what are you planning on tweeting out if he's not ready for week 1?
And
you have something in the chamber?
And tell him your source so he knows who to judge.
Yeah, snake in the hen.
So he knows.
Do the Vince Carter gift.
You don't think I'm a dog? You don't think I'm a dog?
Yeah.
Is that what JK is going to have to do until he gets to the source here? Ian, just fucking tell the guy.
I mean, yes. Now, see, what also is funny now, everybody's texting me about this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, to answer your question, if he is not ready for week 1, I'm not going to tweet anything because I'll just say whatever it is, because, and I'm sure Dobbins is feeling some sort of way now, but it's like, it's not personal. Like, it means nothing to me personally whether or not he's ready for week 1. This is just what I believe based on really good information that I've got.
And your duty to serve NFL fans. And we appreciate you. Can't wait to see J.K. Dobbins week 1. Can't wait to hear about your interaction at Green Bay Packers training camp with Aaron Rodgers. Hope you're in the American Century Championship next year. You're the absolute best, Ian. We appreciate you, pal.
Thank you, guys. I'll see you in Tahoe, hopefully.
Yeah. Come cover that thing. I think, ladies and gentlemen, he's the best.
Yeah, that was a tough last 5 minutes for him.
Oh, my God. Right in the blender. I mean, we just threw him right.
Yeah.
Zito drops in my ear. There's something happening with Ian on the internet right now. Look at the group text. And I look down there, and it's J.K. Dobbins adding rap sheet. I'm like, let's go. Who this is? What is going on? Rappaport, though, I honestly believe he's one of the only people in media that we can do what we just did to him.
Yeah.
And he's just going to step right back in the batter's box in about 5 minutes from now and just be like, it's my job. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
Boom. Just keep it moving. I love Ian, man. I mean,
yeah. You can't do that. You think anyone else, like Ian has a big time job, very high profile on a very professional network, and you can do that. And you're like, that's what's awesome.
Yeah.
How about Shefty? He had a little bit of a profile done on him. Imagine if we said, Shefty! Shefty! Shefty!
I don't know if it's going to go as well.
You just tweeted something terrible.
Yeah, you had no feelings.
Yeah. Well, he just tweet like assault and then hang up probably if I had to guess.
Oh, jeez.
That's what he does. He's done it before.
Shefty.
He tweets assault?
Yeah, that's one of his. That's one of the biggest memes going from Shefty, actually. But
I didn't see that.
he did a profile, I guess.
He's been quiet lately, I feel like.
Wow. It's funny.
I think that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to read that.
Wasn't I don't think anything like cancelable.
No.
I think it was just like, hey, not really a human.
Yeah.
exactly.
And like anonymous coworkers at ESPN were like, yeah, we fucking hate this guy's guts.
Yeah.
This guy sucks.
Anonymous.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was not. It was.
Where was this written?
Washington Post.
That's a big art. That's a big thing.
Huge.
Washington Post doing a story on Shefty?
Yeah.
And him and his agent sat down for the interview.
That's right.
One of those things.
Oh, Shefty's quoted the whole time?
Yeah, he's sitting in
I'll
it.
read it.
I don't have a subscription. If you could screenshot and send that.
Paywall.
I don't. Yeah. Oh, come on. They're doing that.
Oh, yeah.
I believe that's how.
I'm not reading it.
That's the Post, dude.
I believe that's how newspapers operate these days.
That's
Is
right.
anybody paying? I'd like to see some like behind the paywall type.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these companies, got a business sell to other people for a lot of money, even though they've lost $70 million in a year. Yeah. It's like, how do they, is going behind a paywall the right move? It feels short-sighted. I don't know. I might be wrong. Feels short-sighted to me, but I, have only grown up in basically, not grown up, but since the internet's been on the phone, which is after college for me, there's so much free, like I'm a Twitter person, so
Oh, yeah.
everything's free.
Yeah.
And the best parts of it get, screenshotted. And
What do you think
put
of Patreon, though?
Who?
There's some people doing well on Patreon.
I think it's good for like independent people who can't get hired on anywhere but are incredibly talented. And the way the business goes, like I believe in a subscription model.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about like the newspapers all doing it. Like, are you actually, I don't know, long term, are you doing the right thing business wise that you're kind of holding back your writers to an audience that is not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just don't know what the.
Yeah, just open it up and sell more ads. Do whatever you got to do.
Yes.
That's kind of what I think the modern welcome to modern
world.
But you can also do a little bit of both.
OnlyFans figured out a pretty good line to walk.
Hey, everybody's on there, huh?
Oh, yeah.
What do they do? What's their model?
Dump their boobs out.
Whoa!
Tony, it's
Yeah,
more than that.
Of course.
I saw a dude had it. He's not dumping.
Dumping their dongs out.
What?
Really? That's what dudes are doing?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
But there's
So
not
that
everybody,
guy that
though.
I met that's on OnlyFans, he's showing his dick on
Most
OnlyFans.
likely.
Good chance.
Yeah, whacking it around.
Smacking it against his
They ain't
thighs.
playing pickleball.
I shook his hand.
Who are we talking about?
I did.
Hopefully he sanitized beforehand. But
Guy I met told me he's on OnlyFans. I was told this guy makes his living on OnlyFans. So I said, "Oh, you're just bopping it?" I said, "No, not everybody does that." And I was like, "Oh, all right, nice to meet you, man." And then I walked away, and I was literally like, "Oh, everybody's on fucking. That guy's on fucking OnlyFans."
Yeah.
I don't even know.
He's
There's people making crazy money.
Crazy money.
He had calluses. Let's go to the break. He wasn't bopping it.
CrossFit.
What do guys do, though? Are a lot of people going to pay to watch him dump his dong out?
He might be acting like something, like an animal. Like I know there's some people that just go on
aardvark?
there and act like cats.
What do they look like, sound like, Colin?
Like
when they
a
do
cat. Duh.
that? Like what animals?
Don't be his puppet.
Yeah, exactly. Shut up, AJ.
I'm curious.
Sandbagger. Where's that $25,000 of charity going?
I don't know. Which charity do you want? I can't send it to my own charity, can I?
Yeah, we do
Yeah,
know.
you can.
That'd be great.
He's already sponsored by Budweiser.
What?
Glad.
But
How was
I
that?
wish.
Oh, we got to talk about that. 2 minutes. We'll talk about you and Lordo.
It was fun, man. Good day.
Looked like a great time. I'm happy the general got in there. We're back in 2. See you then. Bye. What's up? This is called Could I Be Quarterback in the USFL Basketball Shot? Take 1. You tell me.
Hell yeah.
The Pat McAfee Show.
There will be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we can talk about.
Speaking his mind
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
while being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat
What the fuck are
McAfee
you
Show
doing?
starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back to that show. Hour 3 on this beautiful Monday, July 18th, 2022. Shall begin right now.
Yeah, that's right.
We should still ride, I think.
Yes. Come on, AJ.
Stop canceling it.
I'm not canceling it.
Undertaker gif.
It died.
It died.
Yeah, but if we know anything about Let's Ride.
Hey, put AJ on the screen. There it is.
All right.
AJ, what's going on, pal?
You got a walkie-talkie?
Yeah, we don't have any ability to talk to the back area there. You know.
I'm serious.
Yeah. Z, what's going on back there?
I love walkie-talkies are fun, man.
Hey, listen, I understand you guys got a lot going on back there, but we can't have the big dumb idiot from Ohio talking without seeing him.
Got it. We're on it.
Over.
There you go.
That's the show.
Look at you guys.
Thank you. How are you doing, bub?
Good. Doing well. How are you doing?
Good. Let's Ride's dead, though.
I don't know. I don't. I'm holding out hope.
Please, no.
It's done. It's your
Me
fault.
and Con Man are
It's your
gonna figure it
fault.
out.
I forgot.
It's your fault.
No, why
Yeah.
would it be my fault?
You didn't say it.
What?
You didn't say it.
Yeah, huh? Ty. I'm not gonna throw point fingers.
But
He's up at 4:15 this morning. You're blaming
Yeah.
him.
yeah, come on.
Listen, don't, cry because it's over. You need
He's
to
always
smile
celebrate.
because it happened.
He's always hated Russell Wilson. You know it.
No, I love Russell Wilson
Bring
now.
it back.
Can we get a photo of Russell Wilson up on the screen, please? Thank you. Actually, I think this is what we need to do. It will involve Russell Wilson. AJ, by the way, Talks the Table at Tush Schmidt at Boston Corner at Tone Diggs here. To my left, your right. AJ Hawk, he is an absolute stallion of a man, a much better golfer than we could have ever fathomed. Although we should have known. 40-inch vertical, 4.4, white dude, probably figured out golf. Should have known that. I should have known that going in. Right? Don't you think?
I have not figured out golf by any means, but
Don't
yes,
you?
at
But
times.
as I was talking shit to you about your golf, though, and you were sandbagging us, you were thinking in your head, like, this guy, why is he just assuming I'm not good at golf?
Yeah.
I jumped 44 inches coming out of college.
But you know, but you
I ran
know,
a
though,
4.4. I am a fucking
you
specimen.
know that doesn't
Yeah.
equate to golf, though. There's a lot of horrendously unathletic people that are stud golfers.
Yeah, but most people that are pretty athletic can figure it out.
Right.
Yeah. And I can figure it out at times, and then other times I sure as hell can't figure it
You're fucking lying.
What was your final score?
2 points.
Unbelievable.
Nothing. I mean, I think I shot like mid to mid 80s every day almost.
Is that your first time positive?
Yeah, first time ever positive. It's the best I've ever played out there, man. I barely beat you. I mean, next year, honestly, you may have 40 points. For
I
real.
got it. I'm going to let you know.
Your game, like how your game is, I could easily see you getting a ton of points.
Well, the issue is, and we talked about this in the first hour, because Tone Diggs went to a celebrity softball game this past weekend. There's
Oh, do you hit any dingers?
He got a single. Pretty good. They won by 50, though, I think, right?
Yeah,
Congrats,
we were
Dig.
up
Hopefully
10
you
runs.
chug beers in the parking lot after.
What?
Well, not in a car.
jeez.
Not in a car. He's driving.
I didn't have any beers.
good.
I'm happy you remember that from last year. I completely forgot about that till right now. What a scene that was.
Tough.
What a scene that was. Tone didn't drink with some random dude, and he tried to smear Tone being a terrible human being. Sorry about it, pal. I don't want to black out right now. I'm trying to go home. I'm not home often, but I appreciate you, Tone. There was a lot of conversations, between me and Tone off air about how much we're regretting going to where we're going. Like a whole thing, like the softball game is a whole thing. Like, okay, you got to travel out there. You got to do this whole thing. You got to perform. You got to meet. It's a lot, it's awesome. It's amazing. But there's a lot of like, oh, fuck, I was feeling the same thing about the American Century Championship. That's fucking 5 days out in the middle of Tahoe, away from the show, miss SmackDown, the whole thing. I'm like, yeah, that's a lot. I don't know if this is the right thing. We have to remember that we liked it.
Once you're there, it's awesome.
Once we're there, we enjoy it. Have to remember that when we're making future decisions, AJ. Have to remember that.
For sure. Well, I would imagine, you'll go through a roller coaster of emotions on what next year's Tahoe may look like. But then all you got to do is watch a few clips from old Evie and what he's done from there, and you draining some deep putts for birdie on big-time camera holes, and you're like, here we go, I'm back.
By the way, Evie, currently dealing with some stuff, personal, heavy personal stuff. We miss the Foxy. We shall see him soon, hopefully. Maybe, we don't know. We have no idea, but Foxy will not be here for a little bit, but we miss Evie, as you call AJ, and hopefully we will remind ourselves next year how awesome the trip was.
Yeah.
We will think about the jet ski in the chop. That was, hey.
Slight chop. Yeah, we were battling.
Eat some chop.
Slight chop.
Dude, I looked over one time. AJ's flying through the air, okay? Flying through the air. Standing on this thing, right? His big, dumb hands standing, vroom, jumping through the air. Then back down and up and down. And I couldn't walk at this point because my feet were so fucked from walking the entire course. That jet ski was not like a casual, calm thing. No. That was a workout out there. That was a full-on workout out there.
It's a forearm burner, too, riding through all those waves and everything. But I tell you what, like, every time I'm on jet skis, I'm like, damn, jet skis are really fun. Like, they're pretty awesome.
Great time. Yeah. Great time.
Little guy had to zip around. We had a little, like, sports car model. I was zipping everywhere. The guy was trying to get me to ride a wheelie. I just never figured that one out.
Yeah, well, I think we did, actually. Because so on the way from the house on these jet skis, awesome. No matter where we're going, we're jumping. Can't look anywhere. Look anywhere. Potential jet ski off face, because that's how serious it was. It was like a dirt bike race. You know, there's dirt bike race, like you have to like time up where the. You had to literally time up the down and up, because if not, you were right into the side of a wall of deliciously flavored chilling water that was coming at a rapid rate. On the way home, though, we're riding the back of the waves.
Oh yeah.
So you're like kind of falling down.
Super nice.
It was something.
Yeah.
It was certainly something. Is it always like that out there on the jet ski?
It depends. Like, if you go early in the day, you know, before, it's usually somewhat glass, but then the wind picks up, and in the afternoons, it's choppy for a while,
I got a question.
Yeah, buddy.
I was looking at the leaderboard, and I was like, oh, well, that guy, we said some stuff about that guy on the show, and we definitely said some stuff about that guy on the show.
Me and Miles get along really well.
No, I wasn't talking. There was other.
All right, I feel like we did, though. That was a big step, wasn't it, AJ? I think that was a big step.
He was great. And Miles is on a different planet now of superstardom, where the like fans that he has. I played with Miles in 2018, I believe, right after they wrapped shooting Top Gun, but it hadn't come out, obviously. And yeah, he had a ton of people who loved him then. Now, I think I said he's like Zach Morris. Like, he is the heartthrob.
He's the guy.
Oh yeah.
That was my first time meeting him. So, you know, and we had the situation that arose where I thought he threw me under like 14 to 15 different buses around the world. I thought he did. And he thought the same thing about me, by the way, because I don't think he pays attention to the day-to-day that happens. He can't. I don't think he can at the stage he's in. So we had a great conversation. Great. I'm a big fan of Miles Teller. The offer is fucking unbelievable.
Hey, I'm about halfway through. You're right. It's
Top
legit.
tier.
It's very good.
He's very awesome in that, too. He's fucking very, very
Looks
good.
big and jacked in that, too, doesn't he?
What did he say? 16 pages he had to read every single day for like 5 months, whatever, for that show. They shot it day to day. Boom,
It was like shooting like 5 or 6 movies, wasn't it? I think, with how much they shot.
He was awesome. But he's the guy right now in the industry. Yeah. Like, that was cool to kind of watch him, because I think he said that was his first time like out and about since Top Gun or anything else. He'd just been working. So it was nice to kind of watch a guy get a chance to fully enjoy like his moment. Like he's having, you know, like we
got to witness it. You're right. Like, we witnessed it. This was like his coming out party almost, even though he's been doing it for a while, but now he's hit this massive level. I mean, Tom Cruise gave him the stamp of approval. You're good to go, man.
He was fucking sweet, though.
Tons of roosters. And then on 17 with that basketball hoop, that was
splash.
First shot.
Splash.
But like Romo didn't come up to you and say like, hey, the Bugle Boys need to stop saying what they're fucking saying about
So the only time I saw Romo is when they set me up to go do media. I had to walk through the media area. He was giving a press conference up here. I was heading to the back deck that they had a camera set up. No TV to see who's talking to me, just a camera. And you guys saw my video that I posted.
Yeah.
I was after a few edibles.
One of my favorites that you posted. I watched that on the car ride home with my brother after doing the closest to the pin. And I would show my brother, he was like, this is the greatest video. The end, it lasts like 10 seconds.
Yeah, well, I had to point out what everybody else was saying. The vitamins are hitting right now. I mean, it was a different world. And I just got done walking 18 holes. My feet were dead. I was edibled out of my mind. I think I had a few cocktails on the thing. Dead tired, like almost slap happy. And they're like, hey, will you sit down and do some interviews? You got it, man. This is going to be good. I'm excited to see who. I don't do a lot of media, by the way, either. It's something I don't do a lot of. So, like, asking me to do it, I felt honored to do it. Had to walk through a press conference. I believe it was Annika and Tony Romo doing the press. And I had to sit there for like 7 minutes while somebody else was doing the interview on the back. So I'm just in the press room while Tony's 10 feet away from me doing his thing. Hearing him talk about how hard the greens were, how it made me feel very good. But the Rome and I never Never chatted.
No,
Never, ever chatted. Saw Joe Buck. You look fucking good.
I don't remember. Was Romo wearing that goofy ass navy blue hat with no logo on it? Like he picked it up at Walmart before he came to the course?
Was he Cat Camelin on the course? Is that why he won? Because he's distracting everybody?
Whoa. Let's not talk about any Cat Camelin. Hey.
I'm not scared of Cat and Camel. You know that.
He did right in the back porch.
Yeah, I had to.
Right in the back porch. Full on, by the way. Very good. Because your hips and your back get fucked.
Oh, my back. I jacked my back, I think, the second day after the very first tee shot.
Yeah,
That's probably what helped me hit the ball straight.
Saturday after the first hole, not even the whole entire hole, just after he teed off, AJ like leaned down to grab his tee, and stood up like, like crumbled.
That was awesome. It was very nice to see a lot of people, but I did think there was going to be a lot more awkward situations. That's why I don't go to a lot of those events. Especially we have to talk about everything every single day in the sports world. So every once in a while, there's a chance that something not great is going to come up for somebody. I would hope that everybody would understand, but everybody seemed to be fucking cool. I feel like that's kind of the vibe out there, though. Everybody seems to be pretty cool.
That's what I told you that before. Like, if you're a douche, they don't invite you back. Honestly, like if you don't interact, if you're just if you're a guy that's out there dead serious and not talking to anybody, why would you be there?
I didn't go to any events.
Did AJ?
Yeah, but you feel like a bad guy. AJ did the par 3 thing that I was like pretty strictly told, like, hey, don't schedule anything for this time. And AJ comes up to me.
Isn't that when you did your media?
Yeah, it was when I was supposed to do media, but I had a full body cramp, couldn't do it. Sorry about it.
Sorry. Got the next
You're
day.
full body cramp.
Full body cramp after that first round. Yeah, first round I had a full body cramp. It was. I didn't prepare. I mean, it was just, I should have walked. I should have played 18 holes.
You're not okay. You're not getting next year.
I should have played 18 holes.
You know you're not going to walk next year before Tahoe. You're not going to, okay, you know what? Let's get ready for Tahoe. I'm going to walk 18. Midway through the first fairway, you're going to be calling a cart.
Putting a fucking treadmill next to a simulator.
Yeah,
Somebody tell him.
Yeah. Shut up, AJ. Plus, next year on the Thursday, you already have that event going on, so you can't play on that day.
Yeah, that thing popped up. I did like those Corbell guys, though.
They were great guys.
How about the dude from Jack Daniels, 27 years on the job selling that shit in Tennessee? What a legend that guy is.
Yeah, you were the group directly behind me. You almost killed a guy on that one short par 4. You dropped the thing right in the fringe. It rolled to like 10 feet. It was an awesome shot.
Yeah, I helped out our team won.
Oh, yeah.
Our team won.
The whole thing.
Oh, yeah, I got a text from your team won something. I think your team got like $250 in chips or something.
That's what we do.
Really? Potato chips?
Well, they won last year with you as their celeb. And
They're good players. They're really good players.
Very good players. There's a guy named Mike. He is hysterical. He's just walking around boozing, having the time of his life for his entire life. His family, something with whiskey, like his my grandfather was on the cover of fucking Time with a whiskey barrel in 1947 or something like that. He's just been in the booze business forever. This dude, incredible talker, great vibes, seemed to be pretty boozed up. Great golfer.
Yeah.
Great golfer. That crew was a good time. I'm very thankful for that. There's a guy from Houston named Scott. He fucking murdered the ball. Big lefty. He was this big guy. And then there was a guy from Boston, Brian, I think.
Yes.
Brian.
He had a Red Sox polo on. And
Very
everything.
good. That seems like so long ago, that Thursday thing.
does.
But you forcing me to walk that was fucking bullshit.
I didn't force you to do anything.
You did. You kind
did.
of, well,
I said I'm going to walk because I didn't have a cart really, because there's nowhere to park the carts too.
But what you said exactly was, you can take a cart. I'm going to walk, but you can take a cart. Is basically what you said.
I
you
didn't
know what I
say
mean?
you have to take a cart. I didn't say you should
Patronizing
take
you
a cart.
big time.
Yeah, like you can. It is legal to wear
You
shorts.
can do whatever you want. I'm not going to force anyone to make any decision.
Okay.
You
shamed him.
You're and I are walking.
Your body, your choice, Pat. You know that. I'm not stepping on that.
Anyways, it was a blast. Let's move on. All right, let's talk about some stuff. Com Smith is an absolute icon, AJ. I don't know if you got a chance to watch the Open this weekend. I did. Sunday was awesome. Back 9 on Sunday. Cam shoots the lowest score in the history of any major. Shoots a 30 to make his second 64 of the tournament. Went and caught Rory McIlroy. He was a heel, AJ. This guy was the heel out there. Everybody wanted Rory. The golf gods wanted Rory. The entire course, the old course wanted Rory. The fans wanted Rory. It felt like it was Rory McIlroy's weekend. Instead, a boozer from Australia with an incredible mullet and mustache heats up with the putter and just takes over that thing. I mean, it was so fun to watch, and I couldn't even imagine the nerves that he was going through. This guy seems to be one of the coolest characters of all time. I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him, and what a weekend for good golf.
It's a shame though. Like this old Calm Smith, as you guys refer to him.
You talking about the champion?
No, champion golfer of the year.
Champion though. This is the only time he would ever be an underdog because he's kind of a fan favorite with the mullet and he's like a fun dude. He's an Aussie, right? I believe he's from Australia.
Yeah. Oi, oi, oi.
And the mustache. So maybe he thrives in that role. Everyone seemed to want Rory to win. Rory had what, a 4-shot lead going into Sunday?
Yeah, think about 18. Okay? After, I texted you and I said, I kind of understand what these guys are going through over here at the Open now that I've played in the American Century Championship with my putting. Honestly, he was he was the star. Yeah. He got the star in the box. He hit it, and he fucking just ran through everybody. And that star was his putter. Hey, 18 to win the fucking Open. That putt from off the green all the way up and around to like 4 feet or whatever. The amount of touch that he had to have. His hands, most humans, probably, like
a little nervous.
150.
I thought it was going in. I thought he was going to put it right in the trap. I'm like, oh no, this is a disaster.
That was after 17. Just the thought, though. Oh yeah, all the names of all the. Oh, that's Coffin Bunkers. That'll kill you. That whole thing. Him just having the touch to do it, cold-blooded, AJ, fucking cold-blooded right there. I got nothing but respect for him. Congrats to him. He's been celebrating. They had him fly coach today with that thing. He had to shove it into the overhead.
Yep.
Yeah, he was trying to get.
Not for long. He's not. We know that.
Wow.
Sounds like he's about to. People are going to be pretty upset with him, huh? And his price tag, but he was reported to go. Whoa! Wait, it's all rumored that he possibly is one of these guys going to the Live Tour for 90 mil. I would say no, it's 180 mil now, bud. I just won the British Open.
Well, we don't know if any of that's true.
We don't either. That's what I'm saying. But his name is floated out there with what's the old buddy Henrik Stenson? Is that right?
Stenson going.
Yeah.
Faraday going.
Locked in.
I guess there's somebody else.
Stenson's the Ryder Cup captain. That's the big problem.
Not for long.
Yeah, not anymore.
Well, is that a PGA event, Ryder Cup?
I mean, Reuters is reporting that he's going.
Yeah.
So is that?
I believe they've already said that if he does decide to go to Live, they're going to strip him of his captaincy.
Yeah.
Who said that? The Ryder Cup people? Is that a PGA thing?
It's known. That's why people are pissed at Henrik Stenson or at Live. They're like, this isn't about getting Stenson. They just want to screw over the Ryder Cup.
It's jointly run by PGA.
Well, that's quite a narrative there.
Europe.
What's that?
It's jointly run by the PGA and the Ryder Cup of Europe.
All right. I got people saying, for a guy, it's, pro America, I'm disgusted with how much you're pro Live. It's like, I'm pro fucking athlete, pal. All right? I'm pro the people that bust their fucking dicks into the dirt every single day, missing parties, sacrificing a lot of their lives and their lifestyles and their family's commitment to become great at something. The amount of hours that takes. They say the 10,000 hour rule. Found that out? The fucking athletes did, because that's how long people had to do things. So now that they're getting paid from a fund that has been in every business's pocket, basically, now it's a problem. It's like, listen, if we're going to take a stand as a country, okay, cool, let's do it for everything, though. I don't like it when athletes are just singled out as being terrible people. It's like, that's not, and maybe, because I was kind of one, and I've seen a lot of friends and their stories and everything they've gone through, but also because nobody fucking else really is, So it's like, at some point, somebody's got to say, if somebody wants to offer an athlete $150 million signing bonus to go do something they've been doing at another tour that's never fucking paid them, like,
and play less and have less stress on your body, and
yeah. But let's take every dollar though, every company we use, let's fucking do it. That's
competition. This is a prime example of why competition is always good. Liv comes in, whatever's going on, we know shady business deals, whatever is how it's funded. But instantly, the PGA Tour has stepped up their money in their purses, all their events, how they're restructuring, like how they run the course of the season. So I'm like, oh, okay, they just needed a little nudge. They needed some competition. Hopefully, they can rise their level as well.
Literally, the PGA, $160 million.
Yeah,
easy. Just boom. Here you go. We got another extra $160 million available. Well, where has that been going? Is that not the question?
Infrastructure, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Building the tents in the stands and things like that. And then all these PGA reporters and golf reporters, like, I understand why they're doing what they're doing, but also you guys didn't report at all about the relationship between the PGA and the golfers for 20 years now at this point? So I appreciate that we're doing this whole thing, but also let's fucking call a spade a spade.
If they get Barkley, though, they got Faraday. They get Barkley, like, that's a big step.
Yeah, and somebody texted me that I don't have the number saved, but they seem like a golf insider.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, look for some other move in the media world to live as well. Yeah, I'm not going to say a person's name because I don't want to be the one starting anything, but some random number just texted me this. I feel like Boomer right now with the Aaron handing off the thing to Jordan Love during a Super Bowl week. But I did just get a text from a number that I do not know that's like, hey, look for another media person to potentially get in there with the live. I'm like, all right. Well, I'll tell you, you know why?
Why?
Well, because when you get offered fucking $100 million to change your entire family's life and everything, that's going to be pretty difficult, I think, for a lot of people to be like.
You're going to have to think about it, right? You'd probably be like, hey, we might need to talk this through with the family, right? I can't just instantly say no.
Yeah. Hey, let's see what my wife thinks. 100, this is just a sign. Yeah, you'll get a salary on top of that and a whole thing.
You'll be around more.
I don't like the way you guys do your business, but they're thinking about taking $100 million out of this $650 billion pot that they have and giving it to us. Do we want to take that or not? I thought so, yep. Terrible. They've done bad things in the past, yeah.
We can redo the kitchen, though.
What about Coco Chanel, though?
Oh, yeah.
You got a, right?
Got a purse.
I don't know. Bill Burr taught me about that. All right, yeah, we're taking. Hey.
Sounds good.
I guess.
What do I say?
I guess. Like, that has to be how it goes, right? Has to be.
Yeah. Like, there's probably guys that are strictly against it and are completely against it, like pro golfers right now. And then their agent's like, hey, I know you're against this, but just check it out. Check your email. And they're like, hey, we'll give you 2 years, $80 million for some, like, middle-of-the-road guy. Okay, maybe you'll think it over a little bit.
Guaranteed? Is this a redistribution of wealth? No, that's not how it would be described. No, that wouldn't make sense. It's not that. It's money that is just sitting in a pot that should never go anywhere except for the businesses that are allowed to utilize all those dollars and celebrate it, but the athletes aren't allowed to. Got it. All right, cool. Well, we'll see if Com Smith goes, I guess.
Yeah, fuck it.
Hey, we saw you trying to jam that claret jug into the overhead container or whatever. Do you want us to send a plane for you now to fly? You have your own 757 if you want it. Yeah, you're a champion. You deserve it. 150th at the old course where they created the game. You just put on one of the greatest performances in any history of majors. I think you should just fly home right in a comfortable plane. We'll send that for you. You don't have to sign with us. We'll just say you deserve it for the good of golf.
Yeah.
For the good of the champion. For the good of the Open. We'll give you that. Respect for the golfer. We'll do that. And it's going to be tough, I guess, to ever compete with that type of stuff.
Well, and also, wasn't there the big thing how there was an antitrust lawsuit against the PGA that's basically like that they've been running a monopoly for all this long, but we're not here. Like, that's just been suppressed big time. We're not hearing anything about that. You know, it's so like, I mean, it's very easy for them to just keep attacking Liv when right in front of them. It's like, yeah, but we also have been screwing over the players on the tour for the last 50 years.
Yeah, we just found $160 million overnight because somebody else did, but that's not every year. This is just a random year. We don't just have this type of money all the. Well, I guess we kind of did for a long time. And while players were paying for their gas and their lodging and their travel and their clubs and their caddy and everything, they were lucky to show up at our tournaments.
That's right.
Which, by the way, the PGA has done a great job. Tiger mentioned, Tiger had his take. Tiger's most successful PGA golfer of all time. So obviously, you would think that that's the case. He was offered $750 million or something like that. He did not go. So respect. He's already a billionaire, but that's a lot of money to turn down. So I got respect for it. But it's just the whole sanctity of golf thing. I respect. I appreciate, but also, this should hopefully help everything in the future, and who knows what golf looks like 10 years from now.
Not about Liv, but about golf before we move on. I saw people saying that Rory choked. I mean, he hit every green and didn't bogey one hole. It was just he didn't make putts. Is that choking?
Yeah, you're a big Rory guy, and I do appreciate you taking a stand for him. I thought he played good golf.
Oh, yeah.
He did.
The whole tournament, by the way. He had target on his back, whole crowd with him. He's been very vocal, right, about it all. He's hot, playing good golf. You just ran into a star. You know what I mean?
The dude shot 264s in a major. Like, that's
shot a 30.
Unbelievable.
Shot a 30 on 9 holes. That's like Kim Jong-un type stuff.
Yeah.
Rory had said he's the second guy to have a 54-hole lead and not bogey on the final round and still lose.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to something new. Tom Brady said he would have preferred to unretire in July. What does that mean? I saw this quote. I don't know what it means. I have no idea how he said it, what the context was. So we are a part of the problem in the media. But he did say he would have preferred to not be pressured into unretiring in March. He preferred to unretire in July instead of March. If I said I'm not playing, they'd make plans. So I felt there was a lot of pressure to make a decision quickly. That's from @Around the NFL, an NFL podcast, I believe. So I don't know if Tom was on there or not. Yeah, that's how it works, Tom. You know what I mean? Like that's
some big free agents.
The center comes back. Jensen comes back. Godwin makes a deal and sticks around. I guess Leonard Fournette's saying he's 245 pounds. He's not 260 pounds like it's being reported. So that's we'll follow that story along the way. But yeah, he kind of was. I guess you could view it as him being forced into making a decision earlier, but also like the NFL just has a calendar. So kind of has to happen. I'm happy Tom's back. I'm excited to see what he does for another year. But the whole retirement, unretirement thing with the potential business with the Miami Dolphins into play and all the other conversations with Gronkowski retiring now. I mean, it's just, this is going to be fascinating years down the road on how it all played out, you know?
Well, hopefully we get another, Tom documentary that they were filming stuff throughout this whole process, the retirement, the unretirement.
on.
I hope we get to see that in like 5-10 years from now.
Oh, no, not
You think the Bucks going?
3. I mean, you got to put them in there with the teams that have a chance. Absolutely.
Who are the teams that have a chance, you think, in your head, AJ?
I mean, Green Bay, obviously, in the NFC. I always pick them with Aaron.
Rams.
Yeah.
Bucks.
I've been giving much thought of who's going to win the Super Bowl.
Bucks are the favorite in the NFC.
Bucks are the favorite?
Followed by the Packers, and Rams are tied for second.
Who's going to be a sleeper that jumps out, has a big year that we don't think about?
Dallas Cowboys. Ain't it right? Big Mike with another year down there?
That's not a sleeper pick, though. That was my Super Bowl pick a couple years ago.
What about the
Niners?
Vikings?
Jack got hurt.
Vikings, maybe.
Yeah.
Kevin O'Connell, first-year head coach. That's going to be tough. First-year GM, first-year head coach. Going to be
They
tough.
love that dude, though. They love that dude. Like everybody out there. Talk to anybody on that team.
Oh,
they
Thielen
love
played well, huh?
Thielen's a dog.
Yeah.
Harrison Smith loves him.
Thielen had a great mustache. Hit stick, Harrison Smith, dope dude. We saw
He's
both of them
awesome.
out there. They were awesome.
Yeah.
I love
Good golfer. Harrison got like 20 points, I think, or something.
Bro, Thielen was on the fucking leaderboard there for a
Yeah,
minute.
Thielen can win. He's going to win that. Well, yeah, I don't know if you saw Thielen on Thursday. We teed off at 7:45 for that Pro-Am day. Thielen was playing at 1 p.m. that day, and at 8:30, he's grinding away on the putting green.
Yeah.
5 hours before
Smart.
he's teeing off.
Smart, by the way. That's something that I'll never do, and that's the difference.
That's the difference.
Thielen's a dog, though. Somebody, I just read a quote from some tweet somewhere. Somebody basically just said that, where'd Thielen end up? 4th? Was that 4th?
Yep.
62 is low for the winter, too. A lot of times they're like high 60s or in the 70s.
Of course, played hard.
He did.
Hey, that course showed up this year at American Century Championship. Right. But somebody quoted and said something like Zimmer didn't like Kirk.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
Somebody like. Let me see. So. And remember, Thielen, whenever he was on the show, Thielen never threw anybody under the bus, but he talked about how separate the defense and the offense was. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That was like, hey, the offense operates as the offense, the defense operates as the defense. Then we've seen this shit publicly, game days on the sideline between Zimmer and Kirk. And, we've always just kind of assumed, like, oh, that's their personalities. Like, Zimmer's kind of OG. Kirk's kind of a quirky, competitive nerd, I think is a way to describe Kirk Cousins. But now it's coming out that basically people are like, yeah, Zimmer didn't like Kirk. That's not good. That's never going to work when your head coach and your quarterback don't get along at all. And that's, I assume, why Kirk sent that text message to Kevin O'Connell was like, hey, this is what I think should happen to make us better. And having a quarterback and an offensive coordinator as the head coach, that might do real wonders for the fucking Vikings down there who have had success, even though it sounds like there's been some dysfunction.
Yeah, he basically said it was just like a breath of fresh air. Like it just feels much different. And granted, I think that happens a lot of times. Like it's kind of the same thing like when McCarthy was in Green Bay. Like things just kind of ran their course and got stale, and then LaFleur comes in and there's just like this renewed sense of energy, and it certainly doesn't hurt, when you get a young offensive coach who these guys probably love playing for.
Yeah, I think once you lose the vibe, it's tough to get back, isn't it?
You can never get it back. Like I've said on the show before, if you're in a team meeting and one guy walks in a couple minutes late and the coach doesn't say anything and doesn't kick him out of the room,
dead.
Like that's going to affect your team for the next 10 years.
For everybody, yeah. Everybody, honestly. Yes.
Oh, okay. Like, man, I've never seen this. You can walk in late. Like
you can do that.
Down.
Yeah, you can do that. Then somebody else, another situation pops up. Oh, yeah, remember? I can do that. It's not that big of a deal.
Some coaches, though, choose to flex on guys that don't play very much, though. Those are the tough ones when they won't yell, they won't say anything to the stars, but then they want to get big and tough if some guy that's a backup walks in late.
I certainly I certainly thought that was happening to me from Napoleon for the suspension that I got. I actually told him that too. I'm like, oh, you're making an example out of me, huh? Is that what you're doing? Patty, come on. 2 Irish guys here. Like, you fucking, there's been a lot of shit that has happened on this team, and then I'm the guy that's suspended. What, on and off, on a bye week, on a Tuesday? You need this, is basically what he said. And he was right. I mean, he was 100% right, but I did get pissed off thinking that there's been a lot of shit that has happened in this building for me just get suspended. But Bill Polian, you know, saved my life there, probably, if I had to guess. You know, kind of made it a lot more serious, and I appreciate that. And then the substance of abuse program, a bit excessive. A little bit of a dictatorship. Kind of ruined my life. Kind of made me scared of fun forever. But I guess that's good.
Yeah.
I guess that's what it was supposed to do. But yeah, you're right. When the coaches like pick and choose, and you know, be who you can afford to be is always a statement and always a thought that should be in every single business. But if you let shit go, that'll just.
You can't give it, like, it's like raising kids. Like, Ty's got a new baby. Like, if you
Congrats,
if you give in on one thing, like, you're screwed. Like, you can't. It's really hard, but you got to be consistent.
The Pro Football Talk, Florio, who, you know, I'm coming back around on.
Okay.
Really?
How about Goomp? Is Goomp still with him?
You know, Goomp, shout out to Goomp, by the way.
Shout out Goomp.
Hey, we're a little short-handed here. I'm going to say, with the deportation thing and the super serious stuff with Foxy, I mean, I miss Goomp.
Yeah.
I don't like Goomp. No, I fucking miss old
He's
Goomp.
working hard to get back.
But I like that Florio is saying, and I think I've realized this over the break. He was tweeting like, people say they don't want to hear about this, but it's our biggest numbers whenever we talk about it. So Florio is almost like, hey, I'm talking about stuff that people are obviously interested in.
Yeah.
So I respect him doing that. Even in articles, he's writing like, our numbers show that although everybody acts like they don't want to talk about this, this is exactly what people want to talk about. So I'm almost like understand if that, I don't know if this sounds right or not, but I almost understand why Florio does what Florio does, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
He feels like he's doing a duty to the NFL. Like, hey, this is, a lot of NFL fans want to read this. Our numbers prove it. He's been around for like 20 years. I like that he's explaining that to people too. Me, mostly, I feel like he's, you know, like I'm reading, I'm like, all right, so there is at least a little bit of like, it's not just that he, you know,
it's a business though. Like, it's a business, so he's going to report on stuff that drives the numbers. So it's a business.
That's exactly right. But I also think he's one of the only brains that can cover the shit the way he covers it because he's a former lawyer. You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like, I don't want to say he feels an obligation to do it, but I feel like he does feel an obligation to do so, even though it's vastly different than what we do. Because I just think like, oh, this guy hates the NFL. That's honestly, I'm like, everything is just like, come on. Like, it's a good league. Like, players are good people. Like, the sport is, let's enjoy this. You know, like, let's enjoy that. That's how I view everything. But Florio has done an incredible job. His tweet read like this. Former Vikings linebacker and current Vikings radio analyst.
It's Ben Lieber. Nacho Lieber is his name, but Ben Lieber. He was a good player, man.
Great name, too.
Okay. Great linebacker.
Did they call him Nacho?
I don't know why it's Nacho Lieber, but yeah.
Come on,
he's a good
dude.
dude.
I need a friend named Nacho.
Yeah, sweet.
That might enter the name for if I ever get lucky enough to have a kid, by the way.
Nacho McAfee.
Oh, my God.
Awesome. Sign it up.
It's
What's his middle name?
It's a quesadilla and burrito conversation, nachos. I can't fucking wait for Nacho McAfee, dude. Mike Zimmer didn't like Kirk Cousins, and it showed. Nate Lieber, is that his name? Ben. Ben Lieber also says the team had a crap defense the last 2 years. All right. How long did he play? Is he still on the squad? When was his last year?
2006, 2010, I believe, with the Vikings.
So he's just talking to
He's
people in
covering
the
it.
building?
He's been done a while. Yeah, he does games and stuff.
He covers them now for like.
Kirk Cousins has to feel so fucking good.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Like, Kirk Cousins has to be so happy because he gets that deal from the Vikings. Guaranteed, huge deal. This is awesome. They won a playoff game in New Orleans, remember?
Yeah.
Rudolph pushed a guy off.
Shoved him.
Threw him into Bourbon Street.
Yeah, clear PI.
Just
Obvious.
fucking get out of here. Catches it. They win.
Right.
Here we go. We're going to go on a run. And then behind the scenes, I guess, there just wasn't really like a super supportive, hey, Kirk Cousins, let's go win a Super Bowl operation. Allegedly.
Well, and they
Not
didn't-
just saying it.
They didn't meet, right? Him and Zimmer didn't meet until the start of last year, and like obviously it goes back further than this. But like the Stephon Diggs stuff, like obviously there's something going on with the team when Zimmer was there with Stephon Diggs, and then he leaves, and he's unbelievably successful with the Bills. So it obviously isn't just Kirk.
I think, you know, What if the Vikings? Why not the Vikings?
That one's going to be tough.
Well, you got Aaron Rodgers in the big bad wolf is still huffing and puffing.
That defense.
Well, there's been plenty of teams that haven't won their division and went on to win Super Bowl.
True.
That's what fucking Super Wildcard Weekend's all about. So.
Yeah. Niners.
Super.
Almost made it.
All right, let's get to a break. AJ on the other side. We will have, listen, this is a big deal. Dahn Wright will be joining us.
All right.
He, number 21 in the Drew League game with LeBron and DeMar DeRozan.
Yep.
A lot of people talking about Dahn Wright being scared for his life and his eyes being big. This dude gave full defense, full effort, every single fucking time down the court.
Shithead guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He'll be joining us on the other side. Dahn Wright is his name, out of St. Bonaventure. He's a Bonnie.
Okay.
Dog. And he's a dog, I
Go
believe.
Bonnies.
By the way, he was not scared to step into the paint with what? Top 3 player of all time in everybody's list?
Yep.
I fucking
LeBron's so
He's a
big.
beast.
Watching LeBron in that, I'm like, geez, this guy, nice picture, but he is such a monster.
Dude, this guy, though, I feel like the difference between the NBA guys and non-NBA guys is the height advantage. So that fadeaway that he wanted to hit, it was unguardable for a guy that's not 6'10".
Yeah.
6 foot, it's unguardable. So LeBron obviously did that. Skip Bayless had some thoughts. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought it was cool to see. I didn't know that league's been going since like 1973 in Compton, I believe.
73, damn.
I think so. I think it's been around a long, long time.
I saw that too.
And this is the first time I believe Braun has made an appearance.
Yeah.
And boy, it was electrifying. We'll talk Dahn Wright on the other side. And also, we got some internet workout videos we got to break down. Adam Silver's talking about players, wanting trades.
Sure.
The rookies are reporting to some training camps today.
Bills and
Man,
We're there. AJ, we
Dabo.
did it. We took a week off. We golfed. We're fucking there, AJ.
I know. It's all football is here, pretty almost.
we haven't broke down Zach Wilson yet either. So.
Well, we asked. We do need to break that down. A lot to do, and Dahn Wright will be on the other side. We'll see you then. Cheers. Joining us now is a man who got to experience that at Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Got to experience it in the NFL. Now he's on television. He's this man's brother-in-law. He's obviously incredibly handsome. Ladies and gentlemen, Brady Quinn. Holy hell. Jesus. You look like that all the time.
I don't know if you guys can see what's behind me. I think AJ might be more familiar with this picture. So hopefully AJ can elaborate or add some context to all of this.
Is that Chopper up over your left
That's
ear?
Chopper. Yeah, that's Chopper.
AJ,
How'd you get that in your background?
what happened here? So,
Well, this is a golf cart submerged.
why are you fully dressed underwater?
Thank you, Brady. Okay. Brady, I mean, yeah, you gotta. I guess we have to mention it, Brady. This is Pat. This golf cart. The e-brake just didn't work on me. I was parking close to the green. I rode that joker right into the pond because it took a hard right turn. This is like 12 years ago. I jumped in instantly. Oz is the other guy looking for his cigs. That was no help. And then Brady and Chopper were in my group. They came up about 10 seconds later, and they both just dove in instantly and started helping.
Yeah. So you, hold on,
We
Brady.
did not finish our round.
You drove this cart directly into this pond.
Well, it
you are a
malfunctioned.
fucking menace behind the wheel, AJ. You
was
drive
a
with both
malfunction.
feet. You sleep. Your hands are all deformed because of your broken fingers. You're driving golf carts into ponds. Straight up. Are you blacked out drunk in this thing?
No, I wish I was. That's the problem. I was not.
Sober.
Oh my God.
This guy.
I was trying to get there.
Brady, how do you let this guy marry your sister? How do you let this guy marry your sister, Brady?
Let me add some more context to all of this, okay? This is at Rattlesnake Ridge. This was the first year, our first fundraiser for my foundation, the Third and Goal Foundation, which helps support wounded vets. So
Great
AJ
cause.
was kind enough to come out and obviously support the cause. Now, I guarantee you he was not sober for this because we actually took a party bus to Rattlesnake Ridge.
Oh,
there and
AJ,
back.
boozing and
So
driving.
no one was sober at this thing.
What I'm saying is, I played many times with many more drinks in me and didn't wreck a cart, is all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Sure. All right. Chopper hopping in there, though. Is he scuba diving?
Well,
Hey, he dove to the bottom and grabbed some clubs.
He did. He said all you had to do was open your eyes in that murky water and you can find whatever you need to down there. All those eyes were burning afterwards.
Don't break the table, obviously.
I just break shit.
Sorry, man. Somebody came sprinting behind the barrier and tried to spear him.
I fucking dare somebody.
Oh, no.
I dare the next fool.
Ass kicking.
What?
Saudi Arabia.
What?
Riyadh.
What?
Taking a jet plane.
What?
All the way there.
What?
All the way back.
What?
On the way back.
What?
WWE champion.
What?
Hey, you see?
Hell yeah!
Guys destroyed our shit.
Today's show is presented by Cash App. Cash App is the only finance app you need. It's the easiest way to send money to your buddies, and you can buy pieces of Bitcoin or stocks with as little as $1. Keep an eye out for a huge Winner Wednesday this week with the winners from before the break. If you aren't on Cash App yet, go use code McAfee for $15 off as soon as you sign up. Code McAfee for a free $15. Terms apply.
Crazy.
And a baby.
Here we go.
Hey, how about Mitt today, AJ?
Mitt's working the cameras, right?
Yeah.
Good job, Mitt.
Dog.
I agree. I think you've been
That
doing
is not easy.
Not at all. Packages as well. He and Zito tag teaming this thing. I think you're doing great, Mitt.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Hey, no problem. Stay on planet Earth. Okay,
Yeah.
we need you here.
Yep.
For the next.
Tie a cinder block to his feet.
All right.
Really tough for
Hey,
him.
not until after the show. After the show, we're all good.
No,
Look at
no,
this guy.
that's
See?
what I'm saying. No. We need you. Listen, the show is in your hands right now.
Yeah.
Do you understand that? Ty told me that while he's boozing, and I was talking to him the other day as he said the show is now in Mitt's hands, which something to think about here as you go forward with your life and decisions that you make. Okay, Mitt? We go as those hands go. Something to think about as you go forward with your life.
And I think that's why I'm going to keep my mouth shut and just keep these hands moving.
There you go.
Learning already.
Attaboy.
Hey, he's doing great. Son of a bitch will fucking work too, which is
right.
what I appreciate and respect so much.
Speaking of beautiful landscapes that you guys were at, did you see the beautiful landscape that?
Yeah, his dad was out there wake surfing too with a beer.
Yeah.
Right?
What?
Yeah,
That
Tom
was
McMahon,
awesome.
absolute legend. Special teams coordinator for the Las Vegas Raiders. He was wake surfing last week with a beer in hand. Absolute stallion champion of a coach. Obviously, he is Mitt's dad. Mitt is now running the show.
EP.
Sweet Jesus.
You're doing good, Dan. Just keep it going, all right? Can't talk to him. I have no ability to talk to the back room.
What about that? How's the
button thing.
How's the
What's that?
Thunderdome?
Thunderdome's awesome. I was in there the other day looking at it. I tried to stay away from a while because as soon as I walked in, I saw about 100 things. I was like, hey, that can't happen, that can't happen, that can't happen. And didn't want that to be the case. You know, I wanted to protect the Thunderdome from me. So I just stayed out of there, went in there. It's going to be fucking sick. It is going to be so nice. Too nice, probably. Only a couple months before we ruin it. But it is, hey, this season we're going to be in that Thunderdome.
Hell yeah. Just from that small picture you posted on Instagram, it was like, oh, wow, this is almost actually here.
Yeah, really good lighting on me here, too. Yeah, that look, you know what I mean? I look like AJ Hawk, all yoked up, dude. Joining us now is a man who played Oh, not yet.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's a Zoom, so we got to figure out the whole thing.
You're going to put the ketchup bottle at the front of the Thunderdome?
No.
I don't know. Hines doesn't give a fuck about Steelers anymore. They
Put it on top where the cross was before.
What if you build a walkway through it so it's like a door?
No, I think it's a light, though. It's like a big LED. It's like a big, like,
Oh, that
Christmas.
old neighbor will love that. Put it up top.
Well, if anything, we put it inside as a Jumbotron.
Yeah.
Basically, is what we would do, because we do have enough space for Heinz ketchup bottle that was at Heinz Field to fit on the ceiling of the place that we're going into without being in the way of any shots.
There we go.
On the speaking of shots, a man that had a weekend that he will chat about for the rest of his life. His family, his friends, his circle, his team will chat about the day that he went eye to eye, toe to toe with the king. LeBron James, ladies and gentlemen, out of St. Bonaventure's, former Bonnie, member of the Drew League, number 21, Dahn Wright.
Yeah,
What's up, man?
What's up? Thank you. I appreciate you guys for having me on the show. This means a lot. Like, I just really can't even believe it. Like, I've been, following you guys, and I know a lot of people have been on here. And, it's just an honor to be on this podcast with you guys.
No, the honor is all ours. Thank you for making time. I know you were traveling. This is fantastic. Let's dive right in. Thank you for joining us, Dahn.
Yeah.
Thank you for the love, too. It was very nice of you. So let's talk about it. You found out via the tweets that LeBron was coming to play against you in the Drew League. Is that what happened? And then did you immediately go, oh, fuck, I'm going to be the guy that's guarding LeBron tomorrow in Compton's high school?
I mean, this is how it went, though. I'm going to tell you everything that happened. So I had already originally flew out to Buffalo getting ready for the TBT. So I already had plans to chill in Buffalo for a night with my boy Lump. I haven't seen him in a long time. He went to St. Bonaventure with me. After that, we were going to go to Toronto and go see one of my other boys at Nelson Caputo that I haven't seen in a long time. He had played at St. Bonaventure with me, too. So
let's go, Bonnies! Let's go, Bonnies!
Oh, yeah. I was asleep at the time. I got a phone call from one of my teammates, Michael Nawabazor. I went to Mayfield High School with him. He's my teammate on the Drew League team. So he's calling me. He was like, "Yo, bro, you won't believe this." I was like, "What?" He was like, "LeBron is coming tomorrow to the Drew League." I was like, "Bro, you're lying, bro. Stop playing around. Like, stop playing around." Like, I didn't even believe him. I'm like, "Yo, bro, like you're playing." Like, it didn't click. It didn't register until I seen DeMar DeRozan tweeted. He tweeted the Crown X Debo Drew League tomorrow with the eyes. So I'm like, nah, this is serious though. So this is serious. Like, my friends all told me, they was just like, "Yo, Dahn, you have enough time to go and catch a flight." So I wake up my boy Lump. I tell him to scoot me to take me to the airport. I told him like I'm about to buy this flight. Like, I really have good friends though, because I wasn't really even gonna go at first. I was really thinking about like not even going, but like you can't. You have to go away. Yeah, you have to go. Like, you have to go. Like, my friends were like, basically talking mad, shit about me. Like, "Yo, you a punk if you don't go. You can't run away from this LeBron work. Like, you gotta go to that though." Like, a lot of people will never be on the same court with, LeBron. Like, that, it's just not gonna happen. This what really got me. One of my friends, he I got it in my phone right now. He said a quote. He was like, "Don't worry, opportunity don't stop knocking. It just goes to the next person." I read that. I was like, "Yo, I gotta go. Like, I've heard enough. Like, I gotta go." So my boy drops me off.
Is that Gary V? Yeah. Dahn, did Gary V text you and say like, "Hey, listen, opportunity knocks, going to the next person"? That's a hell of a motivational text to receive.
No, one of my boys texted me that though. He told me that though. Dixon, he told me that. Like, he had told me that. And I read that. I'm like, "Yo, I gotta go. Like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Like, that's Bron. Like, I used to I watch him all the time on TV. Like, like, it's crazy. Like, like, a lot of people will never, ever get that opportunity ever though. Yeah. And like, I'm glad that I went though. Like, I'm really glad that I went. So I catch the flight. I'm at Buffalo. I'm at the airport probably like 4:00 in the morning. My flight's at 6 a.m. So I go from Buffalo to, I think I go from Buffalo to maybe Chicago or a straight shot. Like, I actually got it in my phone. Now I look at it right now.
Travel is easy right now, too.
Oh, yeah.
Travel is super easy right now, so it's not a problem at all. This is day of the game. You go Buffalo, Chicago.
The day of the game. So, like, I go from Buffalo to Chicago to LAX. So I land at LAX at 10:35. Ticket was like $428. I pay for it right away. I land there, and so I have enough time to get to the game. So like, I want to say, I forget. My mom or dad picked me up or whatever. I go to my house. I get ready for the game. The line is long out the door, like ridiculous. So like the line is so long, like there was nowhere to park.
Hey, Khalil Mack is sitting in line right there. You got
it's packed though. Like like that. It's only a couple of players that could really just shut down the city like that though. Like it's only a handful. Like Kobe did it, Bron, Katie. It's only a select few like that could literally shut the whole city down though. Like it was literally crazy though. So like I go to the Drew League all the time. I've been playing there for years. Like I couldn't even pull up in the back parking lot because there was so many people there though. Like I tell my I forgot who's driving. I tell my parents like, yo, like let me out right here and let me get in the gym. But they were worried that they couldn't get in the gym. So I told one of the security guards, I was like, yo, these are my parents. Like, they got to get in this game. Though. Like, they have to. So, like, I get in, they get in, everything works out. Like, as soon as I get in, it's, like, packed, though. Like, it's, like, standing room only. And, like, our game hasn't even started yet. Our game hasn't even started yet at all, though. So, I see all my teammates and stuff. They were like, "Oh man, you really came back. Like, you really a real one for this." I was like, "We're 5-0 for a reason. Though. Like, I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging like that. I don't care if I was all the way across the country. Like, I'm coming. I'm coming for it. Like, I'm literally coming to hoop though. Like, I'm really a hooper though. Like, it doesn't matter though. Like, where I'm at. Like, I'm trying to win though. Like, I'm really trying to win. Like, it doesn't matter though. Like, where I'm playing at though, and like." I've been around these guys for a long time. Though, like I owe them that. Like we're 5-0. Like I don't want them to get blown out. Like I know I'm not saying I'm the best player in the world, but like I'm a big piece to the puzzle. Like why we were 5-0. Like
Did you know? Hey, did you know that you were going to be the guy that was going to be tasked with guarding Bron as soon as it happened?
I told them like I'm guarding Bron. And whatever happens after that, it happens after that. Like I told them, there's no going back. Like nobody argued at all, though. Like nobody argued at all. Like nobody argued. They didn't. Like they wasn't like, oh no, I got him. Like I told them straight up, like I'm guarding Bron. I'm guarding Bron.
Did you talk to LeBron at all? Was there any shit talk in there? Was he respectful?
Nah, I mean he's really a cool dude though. Like obviously he knows he's on another level. Like he really didn't have to say much. Like he was just out there getting buckets. Like that's it though. Like he didn't say a word. Like the only thing I really said to him at the end of the game, I was like, yo, could I get one free throw? That's it. Like that's all I said to him. And then after the game, I had asked for like a picture, and then he gave me a picture. He was just like, "Yo, you could really shoot that." Like that meant a lot.
Here we go.
Coming from Dahn,
Go ahead, AJ.
like that meant a lot.
What was it like guarding him? Was it what you expected? Was he? I would imagine it's like guarding a dude that's.
To watch him in person is like, okay, that's really like that's really, really like cool to watch him in person, but to actually play against him in a game is on a whole different level. Like you playing against LeBron James or like Bron, future Hall of Famer. Like it's different in the game though. Like it's different though. Like like it's just like that's the only player that I actually like felt his presence though when he was on the court though. Like it was just a different feeling though. Like it was just a different feeling like being on the same court with him. Cause like I've been around NBA guys.
Hey, were you scared?
Like,
hey, you weren't scared, right? Ever?
No, I wasn't scared, but I just had to settle down a little bit. Like it was kind of tough on me too though because I'm flying all the way from Buffalo.
Absolutely.
To LAX, so like. I get a bad seat, jet lag a little bit, but like I'm a type of person. You can't make excuses. You gotta figure it out though. Whatever you're going through in life, you gotta figure it out. I had some adversity a little bit, like trying to get a good seat. It was early in the morning, but I'm just gonna figure it out though. Like I had to make the most of my opportunity, and like I would probably life is short. Like my grandma, she just passed away July 10th. Like she used to always tell me like, Dahn, like keep going, your day is gonna come, like just keep going. Like you work so hard with basketball.
Oh, what is that?
No.
What happened?
Man, what'd you do?
Man, this guy was talking about his fucking grandma.
It seems like he disconnected.
Just ascended.
Hey, we appreciate you, Dion.
Thank you.
That dude was awesome. I had no idea what to expect there. I enjoyed that a lot. How about him fucking waking up 4 a.m.? All right,
beast.
I got a chance to go play against LeBron. I'm going to do that 100%.
Day of the game.
I'm not scared at all, by the way. I would have shit my pants. Now, granted, that's why I'm me and Dion's Dion, I guess. Whenever that freight train gets going through the paint, though.
How do you stop it?
You can't do it in the NBA.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure the Drew League's going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
But I liked how there was like, he was going, though. Like, he was full effort, maximum effort of potential exposure there. Because the harder you go, the more you can get exposed. So, like, the fact that he was going, like, I'll play pickup basketball. Ain't getting me. You know why? Because I'm not going to give enough effort to get got. So I'm going to stand here in front. I'm going to put a hand up. But you're not going to see me trying to, do the whole thing because that's an easy shake, get past you. Him going all in, I fucking loved it. And then he puts a tweet out. They got LeBron James. We lost by 2.
Kind of a win.
I don't know how you feel about it. Now he's back in Buffalo, I think, for getting ready for the throwback tournament or whatever. I like this guy a lot. Hopefully the Bonnies have a good squad in TBT. They're going to lose the WVU squad. Obviously, that's how it's going to go.
Sure.
But Dion has a story for the rest of his life, and it sounds like he's the guy who's, like, perfect for that type of situation, it feels like.
He flew in specifically to guard LeBron. So, yeah, I know LeBron had a sweet stat line, but we didn't see all the misses LeBron had, did we? Like, any clips that put together as LeBron's highlight.
Well, it was on NBA.com, right? Off of somebody's cell phone with no sound for a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
I was more worried about LeBron getting hurt from one of the dudes, the photographer that was always on the court dodging and ducking everybody. Like, man, someone's going to step on your foot and roll their ankle.
I was looking. I don't think he had his ankles taped either. Like, there were some fadeaways there.
Aren't the Lakers kind of worried about that? Like, this dude's playing full go 5-on-5 with fans everywhere?
So I don't know the culture well enough, the basketball culture or the LA culture enough, but I believe that was pretty vital to LeBron and LA's relationship for him to finally go to that.
That's good.
From what I've been told, like I think
aren't the Lakers just scared he's going to get hurt the whole time?
No, I think the Lakers very thankful that he went and did this because it's probably better for the entire LA.
Probably like an unwritten rule too in this type of league. Like if LeBron shows up, you're not trying to block every single one of his shots.
I think he was. I think he actually was. Like that's the issue. Like I didn't like. Now this
basketball guys have to play though. They play pickup games 5 on like that's
like Rucker, right? When Kevin Durant went to Rucker, or when Kobe went to Rucker, and there's people on the court.
The TBT's at Rucker was playing at Rucker this weekend.
While they're landing though, these guys who are worth hundreds of millions of dollars dunking, and then all of a sudden the crowd is right there. And I just think of one time coming down and just rolling. Hey, well, that's how I think because I'm soft. You know what I mean? That's how I think.
That's all I think because I think of football players playing in pickup basketball games and how many of them have gotten hurt and how pissed like the team is.
Yeah, Rucker Park too. Like KD just hit 4 threes in a row and then everyone ran onto the court and the game was over.
And what did Kobe did some. I think Kobe dunked at Rucker. I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I think he played in the Drew League as well back in the day. I believe that's a big thing. Joining us now again, ladies and gentlemen, Dion Wright. Hey, last question here, Dion.
Sorry about that. One of my friends was calling me.
Don't worry about it. Hey, everybody's going to be calling you Dion. You fucking tried to lock down Braun this weekend. Yeah. You said, I'm in Buffalo. How can I get to South Central Los Angeles, Compton, to play against LeBron? You're an incredible story that everybody wants to hear from. We're thankful you came back so we can give you your props. We have nothing but respect for you, sir. Good luck with everything.
I really appreciate it. That means a lot, though. Like, I really had to work, all my life. Like, I never really had it easy. And then, I don't want the easy route, though. Like, you feel better, though. Like, you put in pain and you grind over the years. Like, I went to Mayfield. Only had one Division I scholarship, made the most of that, I'm just trying to figure it out though. Like I just really love hoop though. Like, it just brings me so much joy though. Like it was just really a surreal moment just to, be on the same court with Bron.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy though. Like, and it still doesn't even feel real. Like I'm a guy that, always gets the short end of the stick. Like in college, I felt like I should have made a all-league team, conference team, never made that, never made to the NCAA tournament. But like with life, like sometimes you just got to wait your turn. You're not going to get everything that you want. It's just not going to come. It's not going to be like that. Like you got to wait your turn and, you got to just keep putting in the work. Like, it's just, I still can't believe I was on the court with him playing against him. And then on top of that, we almost won. Like we almost had a chance to win. People really don't even understand though. Like we don't have any NBA guys at all. Like we're playing against LeBron James and DeMar DeRozan. No, like, those are valid dudes in the league though. valid dudes in the league, and we almost won. Like I felt like we should have won the game, but had a couple of turnovers.
LeBron's playing.
Some of us took a little bad shot, so that's okay though. But we were right there though. Like everybody counting us out though. Like some people thought we were just gonna get blown out by like 60. No, like we competed though. We were right there though.
I want to let you know, if you looked on the internet, honestly, you would have thought you guys did lose by 100. I didn't know. I didn't watch it live, but I didn't know until your tweet where you said, like, because everybody was, talking about the fear in your eyes and everything like that. It's like, well, it's fucking LeBron, first of all. But you also said we lost by 2. We could have won that game if we made better.
Yeah, but I just don't like how the media, portrays different stuff that's not true though. Like, like if you want to show LeBron's buckets, that's cool. Like that's cool. I get it. Like, I understand, but like show other people that actually like play well though too. That's trying to make a a name for themselves. Like don't just post all of LeBron's highlights. I get like this day and age, like it's all about likes and like
Dahn.
Yeah, all that type of stuff, views and stuff like that. I get it though, but if somebody like actually deserves that platform, they should get it though. Especially if they put in the work, they should get it. Well, they should get it.
We hope that the platform continues to build for you. Good luck in the TBT. The West Virginia team's going to win it all. Sorry about it, but
you think so?
I actually don't know who's on that team. I know.
I really wish our guys are going to figure it out. We're blessed to have the guys that we have though, but I pray we could just get one summer where we have Yusu Ndoye, Jalen Adams, and Andrew Nicholson. That's going to be really scary if that ever happens.
Is that happening this year?
It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
Right.
I wanted
West Virginia's going to win.
to,
Sorry about it. Sorry about it. West Virginia's going to win. You get those guys next year, maybe you'll win it. West Virginia's going to win it this year, though. Sorry about it.
We'll see.
Hey, I appreciate the hell out of you, man. Good luck with everything. Come back soon.
I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. I really appreciate this a lot, though. This is really cool.
No, fucking really cool is the fact that you gave maximum effort you could have got exposed a lot of times. And obviously, LeBron James is going to get buckets when LeBron James plays basketball. I love how hard you went. I love the story of you waking up to fly over there. You're an inspiration, man. Keep fucking going.
I really appreciate that. I mean, it would be nice though. Like, I mean, like if I could at least like get a 10-day or mini camp or something like get a team, that would be really cool though. Like if I'm not good enough,
come on,
you could just get rid of me. Like I at least want a chance though. Like I at least want a chance to show what I can do though. Like I know I could I could be a services to some team in the league. Like I just want one chance. That's it though. Just one chance.
Hey, you never know when it's coming. I can't wait for yours. We will watch on as big fans. I appreciate the hell out of you, man.
I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. This is really cool, though. Like, this is really cool. This doesn't even feel real either, though. Like,
nothing's real. Dahn, I don't want to get into it, but what is real? Once you start diving into it and peeling the onions back.
But a lot of people that know me, and like we have really conversations. Like I told them like one day I was gonna go viral though. Like I don't know if they believe it or not. Like I have posted some stuff on my social media, like me trying to do like funny stuff. Like like I'm kind of busy with basketball, so it's kind of hard to like post. But I told the people that are in my circle like one day I'm going to go viral. Like and it happened though. Like I really like speak things into existence. So like I didn't have a scholarship in like high school. Like I found a way. I was like, yo, I'm going D1. Like I need that lifestyle. I need it. And then here I am now. Like I went viral. Like it's really crazy though. Like it's crazy. It doesn't even feel real.
Hey, you earned them all. You earned every opportunity, just like you're going to continue to do so. We appreciate the hell out of you, man.
Thanks so much. I appreciate you guys.
Dahn Wright. Thank you, Dahn.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Good dude, man.
Good dude. Fucking A. Give him a 10-day, huh?
Yeah, come on. Seriously.
The guy stared LeBron down, okay, and was like, I got him. The entire internet was glued in for LeBron. The entire, he shut the whole city down of Compton or whatever. Everybody's in there to watch LeBron, and he's a guy that says, I got him. Like, I wouldn't mind having that guy on my team, I don't think.
Yeah.
Right? That feels like a guy you'd want on your squad.
Yeah, I'd probably try to play a 2-3 zone if I was playing against LeBron. Let's just pack it in, guys. Make him prove that he can beat us from the 3.
Yeah, but think about his basketball IQ, just fucking some Drew League 2-3 zone, what LeBron would do.
Yeah.
And then DeMar just...
Yeah, no matter what. I mean, you're not going to stop him, no matter what you do.
Bro, the little fade, just unstoppable.
Effortless. Yeah.
He's 6'8"?
6'8".
Yeah. 6'8", and I think the difference, the separator, and I guess Steph Curry's kind of changing the game, size, right? Between college hoops. Who's a high school hooper? Who's a college hooper? Who's an NBA hooper? Now, you have to have immense talent. You have to be very good. But I believe you're kind of, used to be at least, I don't know about anymore, because Steph, you kind of hide it into that thing. But those big guys, when they go play pickup hoops, it has to just be so hilarious. Oh, I got a guy who's 6'3". 6'3", pretty big fucking guy walking around on a basketball court compared to the NBA guys. He's literally, they're just holding the ball over the person's head like this. You know what I mean? Like just palming it over their heads. Good for him, stepping in the fucking, literally stepping in the paint and being like, go ahead, dunk on me, I guess. You want to.
And him saying, like, I got LeBron and his whole team being like, yeah, thank God, because none of us are guarding that guy. Are you kidding me?
I appreciate him stopping by. We'll do internet workout videos tomorrow. We got a collection.
Oh, yeah.
Couple good ones.
Wait, are these athletes?
Yeah, NFL guys.
NFL
Good.
guys. Listen. Jeez.
NFL guys getting ready for
Working harder than other guys.
getting ready for a training camp. Definitely working harder than other guys because we've seen on the internet. Some of these workouts, I'll tell you what.
Oh, yeah.
We need to add into the Hawk House.
That's right.
I was at the
Hopefully
Thunder.
Jameis.
Well,
You'll see.
potentially. I mean, there's a lot of internet workouts happening these days. Jameis, obviously, one of the OGs. MCDC addressing the same old lines comment. That's awesome. We'll have to talk about that tomorrow. And who knows who else will be joining the live.
Yeah.
Can't wait to find out.
Were you about to say something about the Hawk House?
Yeah, the Hawk House looks good over there. I was at the Thunderdome. You got a lot of room. Got a lot of room in there.
Yes.
You know,
Really? I know the
playing-
shape is weird. The shape of the room is awkward.
Don't
We're
make
figuring that out.
excuses.
Well, we try to make it as square as possible for you. When
Son
we're
of a-
sorry,
No, I'm not.
we're
You
trying
didn't
to
do
fit
anything wrong. It's
four
like any weight room.
stooges. What's that?
You got to
Bob?
figure out what would. It's like any weight room. Whatever the shape of the room, I got to figure out what would fit in what space before you actually put it all in there.
Rhombus.
Well, we tried to get the. It is a rhombus. We tried to get the flow of the room proper. You know what I mean? So the energy will
The feng
remain.
shui.
Taffer-esque.
Feng shui.
Feng shui.
Exactly. So that's what we tried to do. I guess we didn't. Is that what you're saying? Our feng shui's all off?
We got to
Bob?
get some. Are you burning sage and going through the igloo before you open it up?
Every day. You know I'm smoking sage.
Yeah.
You know,
Come on.
smoking sage with good vibes.
Get the energy right.
All right, we're out of here. Hell, we should take some phone calls. Nah.
Maybe tomorrow. Yep.
Do it tomorrow.
He thought hard though.
I did. And
Hard,
look,
hard.
there looks like there's some really good fucking calls on here too, but it's just like tomorrow. I apologize.
Workshop it tonight. Come back even better tomorrow.
I gotta go to the bathroom too. I've been doing 2 days the last 2 weeks or whatever. You can tell, right, AJ?
Yeah, you got a program. What? 2 weeks?
Yeah, 12 days.
Can't wait.
God damn.
12 days. Nashville, Tennessee, Nissan Stadium. How you doing?
Outdoors.
Yeah. How you doing?
Sweet.
It's gonna be 200 degrees.
Yeah, very well.
Let's go.
Can't wait. You know what I mean? I've been training in the heat. Been putting garbage bags on my head.
Smart.
Oh, nice.
On my body, on my head. Just so I can feel it. You know what I mean? Just so I can feel it. Ain't that right, AJ?
Why, you trying to kill yourself? What are you doing?
No, yeah, well, basically, you kill yourself now, you get to live
Hell yeah.
easier later.
Bingo.
Boom. So practice is supposed to be harder in a game, so when you get to games, it's just easy. That's what I've been doing with bum-ass Corbin. I'm going to humble that guy. I'm going to bring him back down,
Are you gonna like bob and weave like that? I hope you do. Like, throw a little boxing into this match.
Well, the issue is he was a Golden Glove boxer whenever he was. Now, he hasn't boxed nearly as much as I have over the last 2 years.
No, he's not.
I will say. Now,
Are you guys gonna get in one of those classic where you just trade? You're just trading for like 2 minutes straight.
imagine if we're just standing in the middle.
Please.
Blows.
Just fucking. All right, here we go. All right, your turn. Here we go. All right.
That would be awesome if you guys just do that for 20 minutes until someone can't take it anymore.
Right to the face. Crow hop into that thing. Be awesome. I fucking knocked out the champ in outclass this morning.
Let's go.
In 1 minute and 45 seconds.
Moneymaker?
That has never happened. That has never happened.
It's like feeling good.
That's quick done.
It's all coming together.
This morning, a lot of energy. A lot of energy this morning. And I was picking old buddy apart. Fucking one head down.
Let's go.
How you doing? Keep it moving. This guy's supposed to last at least 4 rounds. That's how they made the game. I'm fucking cheat code of the game. Yeah, hippa. That's it right there. You just got to keep going through. I mean, it was 140 punches in like 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Is that good?
You tell me. I'm just fucking bombs away, dude. Bombs
It's a good
away.
workout.
Oh, it's going to be like the Hawkeyes, pal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Are you getting spray tan for this next program?
No, I got a really good. Hey, thank you. I have been
Got a good
sun-kissed.
base?
Natural tan.
I mean, there's I mean, you see
And
that?
you like broke out in a bunch of welts, right? Last time.
What?
That was a while
That's-
ago.
The spray tan made you break out.
That
and
was
something.
forever
Oh, you're talking
ago.
about the entire fungus I had over my
Yeah.
entire body.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That was tough.
2
That was-
I
years.
think that is the last time you got spray tan, all right?
Was that monkeypox?
Holy shit.
First case.
Yeah,
Could've been.
definitely.
Very possible.
Do you remember that? I mean, that was
Oh, yeah. It was bad.
from about here to about here.
Really?
Maybe it was shingles.
It could have been.
Shiver me shingles.
Did you have chicken pox as a kid?
I did.
Then yeah, it could be shingles.
Well, I got that for everything. Give me the monkeypox so I can just knock them all off the list. Great immunization, right, in my body.
Yeah.
That's
I'll be
how
able to
it's
say I'm
supposed to be.
immunized.
Yeah, natural
That's right.
deterrent.
I'll be able to say I'm immunized. Ain't that right, AJ?
Congratulations.
We didn't make any immunized jokes at all to Aaron Rodgers.
No.
That's good.
No.
Not at all.
Instagram will stick you Dahn.
Yeah. How about that? Did you see the COVID-19?
Oh, I saw that.
No, did you get like a warning on one of your Twitter or your Instagram?
Yeah. My post about the American Century Championship, big fucking COVID-19 warning on the bottom because I said Aaron Rodgers, really good guy, still immunized, and then boom.
That was it.
Follow along for false information about COVID-19, blah blah blah. It's like, oh, Aaron's in a post. The COVID-19 doctors come in.
That's right.
They remember this guy's full of shit all the time, fucking lied. Basically, is what they say.
They got bots or they have computers that do that. What if anything that you post about Aaron? How's that work?
I'm not her. Call Jordo.
Call Jordan.
Yeah, call Jordan.
Call him now.
Fouts
he works
retired
at Twitter?
today. He's got to get back in the lab and create a new one.
Tony.
Wait, what?
Fouts retiring. He's retiring, I guess. In a
Oh,
couple,
he's retiring.
couple years, he's retiring.
Are they pushing him out?
We're calling Jordo. Not 100% sure. I feel like in a lot of those situations, Jordo will have the answers for us. Jordo unable to be reached at this time.
Shit.
I'm not happy about it. We'll be back tomorrow, though. Ain't that right, AJ?
We'll be back tomorrow. Can't wait.
Call Jordo. You can call Jordo, make sure he's okay.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Jordo.
Come on, AJ.
You know.
Don't play
Not
dumb.
Michael Jordan. Not Michael Jordan.
No, we're talking
basically.
about fucking
Oh,
Jordo.
yeah. I mean, he didn't answer because he would have he would know, right?
Bingo. That's what we
Kind of what he was getting at.
Try him again, Zito. Please try
Call him
Jordo
again.
again.
You'll wait.
For Jordan.
I will.
Come on.
No answer.
God damn it.
Maybe more. We'll get more answers.
He's pooping.
There hasn't been one single he's pooping yet. Like Dion was not on camera wise, and there wasn't a single like I think he's pooping. It was like no camera yet. We don't got him. Zito's really doing a lot more now with him and Mitt kind of tag teaming. We appreciate you guys. You did great.
Good work, boys. Good job, Mitt.
Great job, Mitt. You should take a victory lap here, honestly.
Well.
But not too much because tomorrow's coming, and the next day,
What?
and the next day,
What?
and the next day.
What?
Then they got a little 2-day break. Then the next day.
What?
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 Then you get a little 2-day break. Let's not be boating and getting too high because guess what? The next day's coming.
What?
That's what it is. This is a model of consistency. That's
right.
what you got to do around here. It's a consistency show.
Yeah, Renton's due every day.
That's right.
Renton is due every day.
Did you see how fucking yoked up that motherfucker is right now?
It's ridiculous.
JJ Watt looks like a model. Have you seen him?
Oh yeah. I mean, the dude is going to play for another 10 years or what?
He's going to IG model. I know that. I hope he does play for 10 more years so we can get JJ Watt on the football field for a long time. He knows that picture he posted. Happy birthday, Evan. Whoever Evan is, happy birthday to that guy. All anybody looked at was, holy fuck. Is that what JJ always looks like? That looks unbelievable. He looks great shape.
Shouldn't be able to move the way he can with how big and jacked he is.
Look at this fucking guy.
Well, and he knew people were looking at his Twitter because he just did the sad Carson post or whatever.
Yeah, the bobblehead did look like Carson Wentz. That was tough. But looking at this now, no, he doesn't look like Carson.
Is that his best friend?
It's a nice beach. Where is that?
Acapulco.
Florida,
Is that down where Glazer and all them go?
Oh, Cabo?
Baby, why don't we go? We'll take it.
Beach Boys, right?
That's where we want to go. Wow. JJ with the gun show. Charles Manson, member of the Beach Boys.
That's
Yeah.
Yes.
Recorded a song or two with them.
There's William Shatner has a show called Unexplained on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
That he should win a fucking Oscar for.
Bill Shatner?
Really?
Yeah, it just came out.
That dude's like 95.
It's from
He looks
2019.
amazing.
It's from 2019. Just got on Netflix for the first time. There's like 20 episodes.
Yeah.
You should hear how he opens the show in segments, segues the show. It is. Oh, that's what we're here to find out.
He's the best.
It's
He's
like
a
a fool.
constant professional.
And then at the end, he's like, "Is that the world? Is that the question? It's the unexplained." It's like a fool.
Yeah. Pretty good.
We're talking like Shakespeare acting. Segue should last maybe 6 seconds. Shatner extends that 35 seconds, 40 seconds. Good timing. Good look around.
That's Shatner.
Good camera stares. You know what I mean? Kind of like that redheaded Horatio from CSI Miami.
Oh, David Caruso.
You know how that fucking guy always turned and did the
Took his
sunglasses
glasses
thing?
off, yep.
Shatner, a lot of the unexplained.
You gotta watch this.
It's fucking awesome. There's
Is
one
it about aliens?
everything. Everything. Cults, the one that just talked about Charles Manson one, Cults one. There's one about the pyramids.
Nice.
Why and how the pyramids came to be. There's a bunch of shit on there though. A lot of stuff on there. Tech stuff, AI stuff. I think.
AJ, if you don't have time to catch it, you can just call Jordo. He'll tell you.
Can we call Joro?
Did you guys learn a lot about aliens
Call him again.
while you were out there?
What's
Or
that?
Did you guys learn a lot about aliens and Buddhas and stuff like that while you were out there?
I didn't see any aliens.
No, unfortunately.
That's where you would see them, you'd think, too.
Yeah, Tahoe's awesome, man.
Doesn't seem like there's a lot of pollution out there, at least.
If you're an alien, you should go visit Tahoe.
How was the trees? Because I know they
You should live underneath Tahoe. You know they live underwater.
Saw the smoke, maybe. Saw the smoke from fires.
Oh, from other fires.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
On the horizon. Saw the smoke for sure. Maybe made me cough a couple times. Damn. Could have been weed smoke. Made me cough.
Illegal.
Is Shatner dead?
No.
No,
He's very much
91.
alive.
Damn.
He's 90-some years old.
Bro.
Just went to space.
This dude, yeah, he's awesome. He had this black leather sport coat on top of this, I mean, everything about it. Obviously, what he's talking about is fascinating and interesting. And, you know, the unexplained always going to be something interesting. The dark magic stuff they were talking about, the dark arts, I'm sorry, is that what it's called? The dark arts, I believe. Talking about, you know, like witchcraft and everything in there. Very, very fascinating. Something happened in Gary, Indiana, by the way, that was never, I didn't know about.
Really?
Yeah. An exorcism.
Michael Jackson?
Well,
Emily Rose.
I don't know. But there's an exorcism that happened in Gary, Indiana not too long ago. And like the doctors reported that the kid fucking went backwards up the wall.
Holy shit.
How did we miss that? How did we miss that? It's in our state. How did we miss that?
Oh, Netflix is making a movie about it.
Have you seen the
Unexplained is on there. I assume
seen
they're
the
going to make
original one?
movies about a lot of things.
Wait, was it during an exorcism?
Yes.
Before the exorcism. It was whenever they were trying to figure out whether or not an exorcism was needed because I guess this family was,
Is it ever needed?
well,
If you're backwards.
we never know. The unexplained.
We need to get Bill Shatner on the show.
Bro, I wish I could get a Bill Shatner jersey. It might be just that, might be that black leather sport coat that he was wearing on that thing. I did not know Bill Shatner had it like that. This is one of the greatest hostings I've ever seen. We're talking 10-second, like 10 to 25-second segues. The most dramatic and most impressive segs between them. And, you know, very good usage of looking at the monitor as the pictures are changing behind him and like doing this, taking his time, and then always Horatio caning at the end. The unexplained. I literally fast forward through a couple things just to get to the next one to see him throw to another holy fuck that happened package. What's going on, Bill?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Hey, Bill, congrats.
Thank you very much. That Gary, Indiana house, Zach Baggins, the Ghost Adventures guy, bought it, tore it down because he did a whole thing saying it's the most haunted house in the world.
Yeah, that's what they said on this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so he was scared.
Steps, like
Soft.
steps being heard. I guess mud on bare feet.
I don't fuck
walking through.
Happened in 2014. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
And then the film rights allegedly sold for $65 million.
Bro, kid with doctors there. This is the report. Doctors there, side of wall.
Yeah.
2014? I thought this was like 1976.
This says 2012, but
Did the kid come back down the wall or disappear?
Yeah, they got a full. He was in the room. Then they did the full exorcism thing.
The room where it happened.
I mean, we're talking about exorcisms here. Those aren't like real things.
And there was
Whoa!
AJ,
Shut up,
easy.
dude.
Don't tell
Easy.
Bill Shatner that, you son of a fucking bitch.
You fool. You
There
just
was a
cursed
case
your
manager
entire.
and a
Exorcism
hospital
of Emily
nurse
Rose.
in
Don't
the
watch
room
it.
with
You think you're telling me that Bill Shatner put on that leather jacket to just bullshit us?
No, he would never.
AJ, you just cursed
No, I'm
your
sure they
family.
got the demons out for sure.
Exercise the demons.
That was
It's actually
bold.
what you got to do during an exorcism, allegedly. You got to piss them off. You got to
Oh, yeah,
get them
you do.
moving a little bit.
You ever seen the original?
Demons?
No, Exorcist.
No. My wife did ask me in the middle of that.
She walks up a wall and she also,
It might be from that fucking.
Like the Conjuring.
she's wild.
I mean, there's some other stuff I learned about in New Zealand too. It's unexplained, but we're out of here. We'll be back. You heard it too. You.
No, I didn't. I'm curious with how into the show you are.
No, it's not from the show. It's from other things, conversations. We're out of here. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you all so much for allowing us to do this. I have missed this immensely. Used the word immense 4 times today. Probably won't use it again. But we do appreciate the hell out of you. We should do a giveaway.
Here we go.
Yes.
Hashtag PMS back. And we'll give 20 people $500.
Here we go.
All you got to do is take a screenshot right now.
Oh, AJ.
Oh, AJ.
Loser.
Sorry about it. Sorry about it.
I don't know where my baby Lordo even is.
Oh, sorry. Got it, Brian. Got it, Brian here.
When'd you get that?
Huh? I earned it. I won it. Hit a 3-point contest down in the
Congratulations.
YMCA. Thank you so much. Me and Dion Wright won 2 and 2.
Oh, yeah.
Against some people out there. Take a screenshot right meow.
I think it's bigger than WNBA All-Star trophy.
That was tough.
Yeah, that was a
That
bad
was a
look.
bad look.
The
I mean,
baby
that
trophy.
thing. I mean, honestly, you should not have your.
No.
This should
Yeah,
not
what are we
be.
doing?
That can't be.
good.
That can't be it. That can't be the right answer. Say something nice to somebody. Put your cash tag in there and use the hashtag PMS back. And you could potentially be one of 20 winners to win $500. We are so thankful for all of you. AJ, we have to, before we get out of here, we have to talk about it. What was it like drinking from Laura?
Oh yeah, that feels like it was a month ago as well, and that was just a couple days.
What was it like? You and Jack Johnson, Let's
Wow,
Ride,
great.
Avalanche, drinking Budweiser, Diesel,
What?
out of Lordo,
What?
all day, all
What?
night. I saw the General chugging out of that thing.
What?
In Jack Johnson's jersey, the General was wearing it. It sounds like all of Columbus got to experience Lordo, and that's exactly what Lordo's supposed to do. Although a little jealous, was super pumped for you in your Saturday, pal.
It was awesome, man. Yeah, that was. So I went to Jack brought he did a whole ice cream thing with the kids and everything right up the road.
It was on Sports Center this morning.
Oh yeah,
That was on Sports Center this morning.
Oh, it was okay, sweet. Yeah, and then he brought it back to his house, and that's when I came over with my bud and said, "Here we go, Jack." We went on the porch, and it was a big hit. Everyone wanted to drink bud out of there, and then at night he had the big like cup party situation where 250, 300 people maybe showed up, and everyone, my 6-year-old drank a little beer out of the cup. Everything happened. Yeah,
What? How Ohio can it get? What? Diesel for a 6-year-old.
What?
That's Columbus, Ohio.
What?
OH.
What?
I-O.
What?
My kids some booze.
What?
I love that, AJ. I fucking love it. Jack seems like an incredible human. Honestly, he seems
He
like
is.
I'm happy he's a part of your family. I'm happy you got to experience that. Was Mike with the fucking good hair there, or was it the other guy?
Both of them. I talked to Mike a bunch. Mike is an absolute celebrity. People asking him at the ice cream shop for selfies. Like he is a star. Like he really is.
Well, he's got that hair. He's been around Lordo for fucking 20 years.
on. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He was awesome. Everyone just bugs them, peppers those guys with questions the whole time, and I was no different.
And I assume they love it. Yeah, was it still fucked up?
No, it was pretty squared away.
Mike.
Did you drink out of Baby Lordo too, or no?
Yeah, my other son brought Baby Lordo to the big celebration at night, and maybe probably 50 different kids drank out of Baby Lordo.
With water.
Christ.
Water and whatever Sprite. They didn't drink booze out of it.
Yeah, only your kid drinks Diesel.
Well, he was there. One of my kids, my 6-year-old, came late, so he didn't get a chance earlier. So like, here we go. We were on the patio. General Bob was trying to drink. Trying to pour 4 beers at a time and finish it in the top of Lordo in Jack's 1,000th game jersey too. Like Jack, we were leaving, and Jack's like, "Hey, I gotta find Bob. He's got my jersey on. That was like my 1,000th game jersey too." Yeah, we'll get it.
Over 1,000 games, wins the Stanley Cup. I think he's a part of the record books. the fact that your kid didn't get to get ice cream sundae out of that, but he did get a little diesel.
Yeah.
What?
Better.
That's some grit that you can't learn anywhere else other than Ohio.
Starve me off.
Please tell Jack we appreciate his run. We appreciate his championship, his championness. And next time we hope he loses so that we can do everything that you and your kids do.
Yeah. Please.
That's what we hope happens, AJ.
Okay. Yeah, maybe next year if he plays and wins it, they win it again, then you guys come down.
What?
Come over.
He should go play for the Pens?
No, I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do.
Is he the new Patty Maroon?
No, I don't know. Free agency started, right? So
Yeah, the
we'll
Pens
see.
brought back Letang, Malkin, and Crosby. Made some trades. How you doing? Keep it moving. The Pens are going to be sipping from Lordo next year. I don't know anybody on that team. Okay, I support them. No, nobody on that team.
Sure.
No people on basically every other team. I haven't a fucking clue. Anybody on there? The Pens win. It'll be good for my soul. Not good for my liver because I won't be able to drink from Lordo at all because we have zero connections. They won't even follow me on Twitter.
What?
They won't even follow me on Twitter.
Really?
Fucking Penguins.
What if Patty Maroon goes to Pittsburgh?
Need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dream scenario.
You hear me? We need Patty Maruna. We need Jack Johnson there.
Yeah.
You know what? While we have it, let's fucking put the general on the goddamn Pittsburgh Penguins. Because this image, this video right here is something that all of Pittsburgh will want to experience. The general in Lordo, a tag team that nobody could have seen coming, electrifying bars and cities all over the place. What a night for Bob Carpenter, who instead of pouring the beer, goes to the beer.
He's slurping it.
Yeah.
Lapping it like a dog.
Yeah.
Like a bird fountain.
He is a
Why
dog.
is he bird bathing that a little
Look at
bit?
him.
How boozed up?
Oh,
Pretty
God.
boozed
Is he
up?
crying?
Probably.
So pumped.
I saw.
No, he was
I
he
saw.
was pissed because multiple times I told you try to put 4 beers in there and finish it. And it's kind of tough out of Lordo. You know, you're kind of, you spill a little bit, all of it.
I don't know, but it sounds like
He wasn't calling it his sweater in that video either.
Well, I think my favorite.
He
thing,
did.
I think my favorite thing. There's a video that comes out. Bob's in the back burping. He's about to puke. You saw it. Somebody else is doing something, and Bob is clearly about to puke in the back. I think he had just got done maybe attempting 4 beers, and then somebody else was coming in. Looked like there were some kids around too, and the general was not in a good. I don't know if he snuck out at that point to go puke, but it felt like he was pretty close. Felt like
I don't think he puked. I don't think he ended up puking at all.
he's probably so upset that I even thought or alleged that he came close to puking, but he was certainly fighting some demons in there. Certainly fighting some demons in the video I saw.
I just figured he was pissed that he wasn't at Top Gun because I thought he sees it every Sunday, Saturday.
Did he try to take Lordo to Top Gun?
He-
All right, Jack.
I don't know if he did. He would have.
Jack, I got an idea. Let's take Lordo to see the most American game or movie of all time. You know what I mean? That would be. Imagine Bob and Lordo, fucking front row, Top Gun.
You should have seen him. Hey, Jack had his 3 kids baptized out of Lordo Sunday morning at church.
That is awesome.
We're the godparents to his oldest kid, his daughter. So we were standing up there in Old Lordo, and they, dunking him in holy water from Lordo.
So boozing on Saturday,
What?
baptizing on Sunday. That's a weekend for Lordo in Ohio.
My
That's
God.
That's Ohio.
Hell yeah.
Incredible.
All right, that's awesome. Appreciate you. See you tomorrow, AJ. You're the best. Tell Jack congrats once again. Looked like a great celebration. Maybe we'll be cool enough to get invited next time.
Maybe.
You were this time, but
What?
had a lot going on.
What?
I was invited.
Yeah, I've asked you many times. I texted you last
That's
week.
bullshit.
Hey,
Yeah,
July
all right,
16th
there you
is the
go.
date.
You
Boom.
know that. You know that. I told you that. I told you that. You know that. You heard me?
Come on, don't act like you haven't heard that
You
before.
heard me. Don't do that to me.
When I was a little boozed up and high, said something to AJ. He no-sold it. Hey, you hear me? He goes, don't you hear me? Nah, I was just wondering if you fucking heard what I just said. Pretty good. You no-sold it at all. That was a great weekend. I'm happy we got to do that. Build some chemistry, amongst the boys. Learn a little bit more about the world. And it ended with you fucking drinking out of Lordo. What a break. What a trip. Very thankful to be back. See you all tomorrow. Goodbye. Mick. Atta baby. Hey, let's ride.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Yes, let's ride.
20 and a half hours. We'll see you again. Goodbye.